lost lamb, cold hands, find a man, not a man, understand, he's the daddy son of Sam, and hey, they found the Lord of Pain. Dark words overheard, nipple twist, rug burn, demon bird, doom heard, me and Stevie Gutenberg, liar, in the lake of fire. Satan, can you hear us? For we are on our way. I'd just like to give our praise today. That's the acolyte way.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do about the one that really loves you? What you gonna do about the one that... I need to... So this weekend I was going to set up the sound and all of that, and I didn't do it. I didn't do anything.
Why? Lazy? Couldn't be bothered.
Couldn't be bothered.
They're not worth it.
They're not worth it. We're in a real dilemma. By the way, Dougie Anderson is on the show tonight. He's made a beautiful film called Looking Up. And like...
It's got a car chase in it.
Like, I'm David Letterman... And you're Jay Leno.
Oh, good.
You've not seen it. What's your favourite bit? Should have asked you that first.
The car chase.
Oh God, where's Alpha Sync gone?
Whoa. Get it on.
Whoa, guys.
I can see Cher with a big hair. That's all I care about.
Where is it? Alpha Sync should be there. Oh. Hang on a minute.
Someone been tampering with your settings.
Jesus wept.
Startled Bunny. Thank you.
Now is not the time,
it's
Startled
the time.
Bunny.
Totally the time.
Oh, I bet I deleted it. Wow. Oh, Alpha Sync. Wherefore art thou? I had a big clear up on my hard drive. Not for like that, for crying out loud. This is an extra large shirt and it's too tight.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's working.
And can someone... Have I got it on any... It's gone.
Oh.
It is gone. Can someone send me... It's gone. I deleted the link of Alpha Sync, the company that made this show possible. Has someone got the Alpha Link?
Alpha Sync link.
Alpha Sync logo, please. Please send me the Alpha Sync logo. White ping, please.
Do you have the original email from them?
No, I had to find the logo myself. So can we, maybe Alpha Sync, okay. Can we get, oh yeah, I've got to add Harsh to the Nightbot. Thank you for the reminder, the Smiths. I forgot to add Harsh, our new advertiser.
Is it this?
No.
Well, you, my friend, are in deep, deep doo-doo.
Where is James Bond? He's hiding. There's two of them again, because I haven't changed the picture. Where are James Bonds? They're hiding. If I'm completely honest with you, they're down here.
Oh, well, you're never going to find them down there.
There we go. And this is going to go straight up my Jaxie.
Oh, no, not again.
So we need... Okay, so we're in big... A lot of subs. Let's do these subs, Catherine. Let's go through the subs. Stephen, thank you.
Thank you very much to Ardrich87.
Katie, thank you for the bits. Lily May UK, thank you for the sub.
Startled Bunny, I mentioned you before, still love you.
Hi everyone, says Startled Bunny. Mr. Carl, 34, thank you very much. Mr. Cole. Okay, I like that.
See what they're...
I like that. Barry Pickles, thank you guys. Jalford, Lisa. Stop subbing for a second, because some of you might want to do a tier 3 sub.
What does that entail?
If you do a tier 3 sub, next bank holiday Monday, next Monday, about 2 o'clock, you'll get a whisper from me on here. So check your whispers. I'll do it later in the week. Oh, I've got to send a meeting link to Dougie. And next Monday at 2 o'clock, tier 3 subs will be invited to a 30-minute high-octane...
Cats, please.
Fiddlesticks. Production meeting, right? Thank you. I've been sent the Alpha Sync logo by several people. You will be invited to a high octane production meeting. Now, let me just say now, before people get upset, we might be in character a little bit, okay? There might be suits, there might be cigars, you might get your balls busted. Okay, stuff is not just going to be us going, okay, everybody,
so
what have we got?
Yeah, and we'll go, yeah, that's all a great idea, and I'll write them all down. And then when we click leave meeting, I will rip out that page from my book.
Yeah.
and stamp on it,
So-
and then burn it, and
Well,
then bury
no.
it,
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
and
whoa,
then
whoa. That's-
throw it out
I'm not sure what's
to the
going on
middle of a
there.
lake and sprinkle it to the fish.
Okay.
And then catch the fish
So-
and feed them to my cat.
Oh, Jesus. Don't give the fish to your cat. Teach the cat to fish. Otherwise, she'll have a full belly for an afternoon.
Do you know what?
What?
You're right. You're right. You're right.
What?
I think you're right.
Okay. Are we out of sync? Are we out of sync? This is going to be one of those nights. There's no air checks, Sean, for Christ's sakes. Are we out of sync? No. Okay. Because I'm out of sync on here. Something very weird is going. We're out of alpha sync. All right, everybody, get
Good one. Good one.
So, if you're a tier 3 sub, we're going to do it once a month, right? And we are going to be, me and Kath are going to be in our own homes because you don't need to come here. You can do it at home.
Good.
Zoom.
I wasn't planning to come.
We're going to do a production meeting, and we guarantee it's going to be on Zoom. We're going to record it. We'll put it up on YouTube, and we'll probably put it out as a podcast. That we guarantee that at least one of your ideas that you, I can't download. That's very low res, but thank you. One of your ideas is going to get used in the show. So, tier 3 sub. Nigel from Maidstone, cool.
Alpha Sync. I think we might need...
Right.
That will do for now, though, I think.
This will do for now. Hang on a second. All right. Okay. We've got the Alpha Sync logo.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. I just need to install it. Where has that gone? That's going to go Alpha Sync. We'll put that on desktop. Save. Thank you for this.
Seriously, Cat.
Getting right on my nerves. So we're going to put an image. This is so this is the AS logo. Okay. Stop it! You can see them in the background getting right on my nerves. Let's get the logo up. It's on desktops now. There it is. Okay, that's it. Not exactly how I remember it, but
I think that's as near as damn it.
I think that's it, isn't it? So whoever sent us that,
Perf.
that is perfect. There we go. Thank you.
Oh, come on.
Come on, mate. There we go. So that's Alpha. Imagine if they turn in tonight for the first time in ages. Yeah, we're going to show you what this kid, Lee, and this beautiful, talented young lady, Boyle, are doing. What the f...
It's great. Alpha Sync are great.
Thank you, Barry Pickles. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Roger.
Yeah.
So we've got Dougie on at 9:30. Tier 3s, next Monday is happening. The dream. The dream is happening. It's going to be joyous. Mods aren't invited. Are mods tier 3s? Will you stop doing that? Are mods...
Don't make me come over there.
Do you want to turn it on so you can see? If you move slightly that way, look, you can see George is back there.
Oh.
There we go. Come this way. There we go. Let's watch. Here's it.
Oh, it's because they've got the catnip.
Yeah. There we go. You can't see that.
She's hunting the catnip now.
Okay, George is watching in the background.
She's lost her
The
mind.
kerning is perfect, by the way. The kerning is perfect on that. You can't see. What you can see is a docile cat,
Not the active cat.
and you can hear the active cat.
She's here.
Paps, go and jump on your brother, please. Think he wants to sniff your bum?
If I throw the catnip at him.
Yeah,
then-
do that. Do that. I bought this fake from China. It's a Chinese show. Here we go. Here we go. Now we got caption. Caption. Here we go. Here we go. Throw it on George. Here we go. This is it. This is what you all came for. Where's the wrestling ring gone? Catherine took it home for her kids to play.
I'll bring it back if you want. They're a bit big for it now, aren't they?
No. Those are socks on the floor, by the way. Those are socks. My hair's looking great. My shirt is looking great.
She's a good girl.
She's doing it just out of shot. Piece of trash. So.
Ooh.
Kerning Tom Parker made Elvis look so good.
Now look, I look like
Elvira.
I was going to say, yeah, the Wicked Queen.
Elvira.
Bring me a heart in a casket.
Elvira.
Speaking of which, it was my eldest daughter's birthday today, and she's getting like gorgeous and that.
That's a ban on Anthony. That's a ban. That's a ban. She's getting what, sorry?
Gorgeous and that, and grown up.
Aye,
and I wish she'd pack it in. And yeah, today she got, like, her presents were mostly kind of more grown-up presents. Do you remember there's a kind of turning point with kids where the soft presents start to become more important than the boxes, right?
Yep.
So in the past it'd been, oh, rubbish, Grandma's bought me some more clothes. Now it's, oh, look at this. And she got all excited. But it's been a weird birthday with lockdown and stuff. Well, is lockdown still on? I don't know. People have started to go away. So there wasn't really any chance of doing any kind of gathering. So what we did was we got Pete Heat on.
Beautiful.
Pete Heat gave us half an hour of magic, distraction, hilarity. He's such a charming, fun presence. And then after the 25 minutes were up, he was gone. But yeah, seriously, magic show. When you can't get everyone together the way you'd like to, it's cracking. So I love Pete Heat.
So we're gonna ease into the week. I'm really tempted. Here's what we got this week. We got Dougie tonight. We got Jenny McAlpine tomorrow night. Fizz from Coronation Street. If you're watching from abroad, the biggest soap opera in this country.
The oldest.
The oldest soap opera, the biggest soap opera, and she's one of the biggest stars of that soap opera. And she's coming on this show. We've got Josh Barry on Thursday. I don't think we've got any more guests this week. But a couple of shows I want to do. Right. Oh, let's open up Skype, by the way. So if you want to call in, you can. We've got Dougie at past, but if you want to call in, you're very, very welcome. We missed a call there. Neil, if you want to call in again, you can. I forgot what I was going to say, and I'm just trying to not make a big deal of it and just go with it. Just go with it. You talk to this.
Good job. It was completely seamless then, and we can get Dredge on instead. Let me get my headphones seamlessly without making a big fuss about it.
Yeah.
And looking at which one goes where, because people point it out when I get them in the wrong ears.
This phone caller messaged me the other day saying he might Skype us. He's never Skyped before. And he still hasn't Skyped tonight. He's done it on the telephone, ladies and gentlemen. He's about the same age as me. He's too afraid to use Skype. It's Dredge. Well, what are you scared of?
What's the worst that could happen, Dredge? Oh.
Just do it. Just embrace it.
Grasp
Live
the
it.
nettle.
Live life to the full, Dredge. Skype.
No, they can't hear him.
Oh, we can't hear him. Hang on. Oh, we've got to do the whole phone call again. Right. He's never used a Skype before, and he still hasn't. It's Dredge. Hello, Dredge.
So I've missed a place in the script now.
Okay, just go back to
Worried about it. What could go wrong? It could all go wrong. Never done it before.
You should do it. Are you going to do it now?
Go on then. All right, then I will. I'll try
Wait a minute. Bye. There is sound now.
I hope this doesn't all go wrong now, because we've convinced him to do it, and this could be his undoing.
So I want to do another. There's a couple of ideas I've got for shows, right, which I think are good ideas. First of all, everyone who's watched Catherine's Changing Rooms on YouTube, it's had nearly as many views as the James Buckley interview.
And that was good.
On Friday night, we did. I kind of there, and I just learnt to sit back. I'll sit back even more next time. We watched an old episode of Changing Rooms, and could Kath sing That Don't Impress Me Much, says Dave. Go on.
That don't impress me much.
We watched an old episode of Changing Rooms, and Kath did a very funny commentary. We've put it up on YouTube as a standalone thing. The whole show is there as well, but it's a standalone.
Will you two pack that in?
Bloody cats, man. It's a standalone thing
I've
as
been
well.
at home.
And I thoroughly suggest you go and watch it. If you do watch any of the videos on YouTube, click like. The thumbs up really helps us. Click subscribe. And if you leave, it just really, really helps us and stuff. We're close to 10,000. So we're going to do that on Friday. Another idea that I've got is to do a modathon.
Yeah.
And someone made a joke, and it took me ages to get it. I bet Paul Weller gets all the money. I'm thinking, what?
And you were a scooter rider.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like
Do
Weller.
you?
I don't like Weller. We look really washed out.
I like it. I think I look stylised.
All right, cool. A modathon, right? The mods don't get paid. They do it out of because they're bumlicks, right? They're bumlicks. That's all it is.
They like to make themselves useful. They're helpful characters.
So we thought if we did a show, now the only way we could guarantee that all of the money goes to, if we thought we could do a show where you could tip them, right? You could tip them. And the way that we would do that is via my PayPal. Don't do it now. But,
Ladies and gentlemen, a world first.
He's gone. He's there. He's there.
Hello. This is weird.
Can you get off the line? We're waiting for a call from a guy called Dredge. Come on, Grandma.
Do you mind? This is slightly odd. This is like the telephone.
No, it's like the telephone, but with
Vision.
vision.
What are you doing down there? I'm all nervous.
We are watching a grown man in 2020, towards the end of lockdown, using Skype for the first time ever. This is historic. I hope Norris McWhirter is watching this.
I doubt it. He's dead.
What the hell? Try and break it to me sensitively.
That was a news bulletin from 1983.
Barry Pickle says, is this the guy who does funny videos about depression?
What, Joe Pasquale's boy?
No, I don't do funny videos about depression. I do depressed videos about something funny.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, it was interesting because I fell down a Bee Gees rabbit hole today.
Oh, blimey.
And I just saw on Twitter, Iain, that you put something about the Bee Gees, and
I've been listening to the
watching
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club movie soundtrack. I've been listening to that a lot. I'm really, really digging it, actually.
I mean, I watched a bit of the film that was on YouTube.
It's unwatchable.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Completely
unwatchable.
mad.
What is it about? What happens?
That's the point. Nobody knows.
There's no talking.
Oh, are they all singing?
They're all singing. It's the Bee Gees. It's Peter Frampton. It's Aerosmith are in it. Frankie Howard does When I'm 64.
Oh,
Steve Martin does a terrible Maxwell Silverhammer.
Does he do Mad Face?
I've not seen it. Even I couldn't. I bought the VHS when I was in New York in the early 2000s, and I couldn't sit through more than the first 15 minutes. Whereas the soundtrack, and this is what I was going to say, Dredge. I've got two ideas for shows. One is the modathon, right, where people tip the mods, and they do it via my PayPal. Some of the mods have opted out of it. Some of the mods have said to me privately, you know what, that'll be really helpful at the moment, because whatever. So I think we might do that later this week. The other idea, and just because I would like to see it catch on, because I think it's a nice thing. The mods do a lot of work. They keep this chat safe, and they get a load of abuse when they do keep it safe. So, but the other, and maybe we can do this tonight, we've not talked about it, is if we play music on this show, it gets muted from Twitch the day after.
Yeah.
And it gets completely demonetized and sometimes pulled from YouTube. But
what we're thinking is we could make it worth it.
We just go in. We just dive in and we just play music.
I mean, the Beatles might be slightly difficult.
The Beatles is a tricky one. But
I mean,
think
that was one of the things about that double album, the Bee Gees double album of Sgt. Pepper. How did they get permission to do something like that?
But the
There's
Beatles,
no Beatles
the Beatles in 1979 though were nothing. They not quite. You know, they were Wings and they were John Lennon in retirement and they were Ringo doing crap. They'd not quite got
to the other side
around
of it.
about 1982, 83, where the Beatles suddenly were big again or were growing again. So there's a great quote from. Hang on, let me find this. Bee Gees quote Sgt. Pepper. You can tell, Dave, I've been reading Dreaming the Beatles, but there is a quote where one of the Bee Gees says, there you go, Kath, that's them.
Oh my!
And one of the Bee Gees says, here we go. BG Robin Gibb stated, when our Sergeant Pepper comes out, it will be, in effect, as if theirs never existed.
Wow.
I mean, what sort of egos must they have had at that point?
Oh, God.
How could they have replaced the Beatles with, one of their best albums?
Unless they were doing unless they were doing a Brian Blessed and they thought, well, it's a ridiculous thing to attempt. Let's just go massive.
No, well, but the Bee Gees were the biggest thing in the world at that point. They just had the disco. What was the disco record?
Staying Alive.
Saturday
Night Fever.
They just had Saturday Night Fever, and so they were the hugest thing in the world. So yeah, sure, why not? Why not? So yeah, all right, we'll do Sergeant Pepper, and it will be the definitive Sergeant Pepper.
It's interesting because I read that record, when it came out, it was one of the first to be what's known as returned platinum, which meant they had to send millions back to the distributors.
Yep, that was the thing.
Nobody bought it.
That was the thing.
If you got Sergeant Pepper by the Beatles, why would you buy it by the Bee Gees?
I would say there are 3 excellent tracks on there.
Now, you're going to say Getting Better, because that's what you've already said.
Yeah, all right. How about... I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, actually. Are we doing the music now?
Well, it looks like it.
Should we do the music? There is this.
Oh, I love Earth,
Can you
Wind and
hear
Fire.
this? Dredge, you might not be able to hear this, so we'll but the people at home will. So this is from the movie.
What are you playing?
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Okay, so that was a good song.
Got to Get You Into My Life. This is great. You know this version, don't you, Kath?
No.
Oh, this was a big hit. You might recognise it. Earth, Wind and Fire is coming down in some pods. The Egyptians banging a gong.
I don't think they were in those pods.
No, I'd be...
Oh, I can't hear you too long.
Don't worry, Dredge. We're coming back to you. Here we go. There's no dialogue in the film either, Catherine. It's all...
My God, look at those
the bulge
trousers.
there. Hang on a second. Can we... Sorry, guys. This...
I wasn't even looking at that one. I was looking at the one to the right.
I can hear you again. That's
Okay, that's because we've stopped the music. We're just going to look at the Bee Gees' genitals, the BGGs. If the BGBGs.
And they are Bee Gees.
Yeah, very much indeed. The bulging Bee Gees BGs.
Oh, come on. That's a rolled-up handkerchief.
What's going on down there?
My dad used to roll his handkerchief up. In the 1970s, my dad used to roll his hanky up and, place it. So,
No.
Yeah, he did. Mostly because my mum had told him that her sister used to rate her boyfriends from their tight jeans.
Wow.
And so when my dad came round, Auntie Linda said, when my dad had gone to the loo, Auntie Linda went, blimey, Pete Boyle's a 10 out 10. For a
Hang on a minute, here we go.
Have you ever...
Hang on, Dredge. Here we go. Have you not heard this? This is a great
I have
version.
actually. I didn't realise it came from a film.
Here we go.
Oh?
It's brilliant. It is brilliant. And it's one of the few songs on there that they really make their, that someone makes their own.
But you know that, George Martin produced the Bee Gees version. Can you imagine? Why would he have done that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Money?
Yes. But here's something interesting. Have you ever seen the Bee Gees dressed as chaffinches?
Is this from their film Cucumber Castle?
Yeah, yes it is.
Okay, yeah. In that case, yes, I have.
Good grief.
I just started watching that today, falling down this rabbit hole. This is a weird comedy movie that they did in 1970 that's got, Frankie Howard in it again. And for 5 minutes, Spike Milligan's in it. That's why I watched it. But the Bee Gees are not funny.
No.
As you can remember by their Clive Anderson appearance.
Well, this is it. I think that they find it hard to relinquish the control necessary to look foolish, which, of course, is how you are funny.
There is another... You've seen, obviously, them playing Stop.
No.
Okay. Go and look for that. Bee Gees Stop on a German TV show. It's wonderful, really beautiful. But there's also from about 1980. Who's the one that looks like a lion?
Barry.
Yeah, he did like a video album where he crashes his car and he wakes up in like limbo, which is an old Victorian swimming baths, with the guy that does the voice of Paddington as God.
What, Michael Bond?
Yes. No.
No, that was the writer.
Michael
Horden?
Yes.
Yes.
And it is insane. And it's kind of like the original version. And I'm going to say a name of the rapist. I apologise, but it's kind of like the original version of R. Kelly's In the Closet.
Okay. Oh God.
It's kind of that, but with a BG. It's cocaine and it's
ego gone wild.
Yeah.
It's surrounded by yes people, is what it sounds like. God.
But that was interesting because in that film, the Cucumber Castle film from 1970, there was only 2 Bee Gees. They'd lost one at that point.
Right. Yep.
One of them had left, which I didn't even know. And the songs don't sound anything like Night Fever Period. It sounds like a completely different band.
Well, they are a different band. They were a completely different band. That's the weird thing. I'm just reporting for someone for calling me a C on Twitter. I just defended James O'Brien, saying I quite like him. The amount of abuse I'm getting from just saying I quite like James O'Brien.
You're getting his overspill now.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Something else to go off on about. I mean, just everyone cool out.
Yeah.
It's only words.
It's only words.
It's
Dredge,
only
words, Sam, words. Well, Dredge, you're going to get cut off on Skype for the first time.
Wow.
There we go. Let's try this. Then we're going to do very quickly. We're going to do our first set of ads. We're going to do the ad. Let's do the ads actually, because then we're going to go to our guests. We have got a new sponsor now. This is Harsh, who is an accountant, and I just mentioned him the other day on the stream. I've got this guy Harsh. He's a new sponsor.
Yeah.
He's had 2 gigs already.
You know why? A lot of people needing to get their finances in order at the moment.
Now this is what I have done. That's his details there. Okay. Harsh Singh, HF Singh and Co Limited.
Reads the small print so you don't have to.
Exactly. He's been an accountant for 20 years. He started doing it like he works for a big company, and then he started doing the story he told me was about 10 years ago. His dentist said, "Look, if you do my accounts, I'll do your teeth for free."
Oh gosh, right.
And he went, yeah, sure. Sounds like it's old-fashioned. Maybe I should make these.
So
a little bit bigger.
is what we're saying is that you don't have to pay him actual money. You can barter him in kind.
There we go. There's his details. I couldn't get his thing in a transparent ping, so there it is. Right, at HF Singh Co on Twitter, and so he's got really good teeth, is what I'm trying to say. He's got really good teeth. He does basically. If you've got tax issues, now is the time to get in touch with him. Chartered accountant, chartered tax advisor, specialises in corporate tax, the VATs, the personal tax, the audits, and the accounts. His specialities are income and corporate tax compliance, tax planning, HNWIs, VAT, groups of companies, audit, management reporting, and charity reviews. Send him an email, harsh@hfsingandco.uk. And that email doesn't sound right, but it is. harsh@hfsingandco.uk. New sponsor. We're proud to have him on board. He's a good man. He's terrible at tag, but he's still better than you, Catherine.
He is, because you remember we had a meeting and I didn't, and I took my kids out to McDonald's instead. We've been in all day. I had to get them out of their pyjamas.
I'm talking about tag, though, when he beat you at tag and you came in the running gear.
I hate tag. I hate running. I hate doing anything like that. And yet I still turned up.
Poseidon Safety Management are back for their second month. Thank you. Devon and Cornwall, they're the only authorised installer of Radar Vision, which is this really cool kind of, what do you call it? Alarm system.
It's a security
doesn't
system,
need
yeah.
power, doesn't need the internet. You can set it up in a field if you wanted to. We all know about Zeus the dog, and we'll see some pictures of Zeus later on. All of the staff are SIA licensed. Now, that means nothing to me. So I said, Nick, what the hell does that mean? And he said that is the industry official license, which means everyone passes a criminal record check and holds a qualification. All of the patrols are GPS tracked. They're getting excited because they know that they could beat Zeus in a fight. All of the patrols are GPS tracked and monitored by their 24-hour control room, who assist members of the public, customers and the patrols in the field, as well as answering calls from Twitch racists, and a man who watches this show and calls up the company and says penis. We know who you are. Thank you, Poseidon Safety Management. We'll do a lot more about you guys throughout the week. Gregorian, big up the Gregorian.
Now, we've had a number of people suggesting that they might get married just so they can have Gregorian Emerson sort out the divorce for them, because they are that good. They won't create any further drama than necessary. They make sure that the family, when it comes to it, is the most important thing, right? You're still going to be a family long after you're not a couple anymore, and they want to make sure that that is done as smoothly and as gently as possible. Really tough time. They're not going to make it any more dramatic.
So excellent stuff from Richard, and we thank you for your ongoing support. And I mean, guys, where would we be without Somers Waste Solutions?
I tell you where we would be, knee deep in rubbish.
Exactly.
The Somers boys
what
are
she says.
a family business based in
James and
Bedfordshire,
Mark.
but they can sort you out regardless of where you are in the country and regardless of what your waste needs are. So you might be a small shop, you need something, sorting out on a pretty low scale. You might be a massive business. Have a chat with them. They are your one-stop shop for waste solutions.
Remind us, we'll talk about the Switch and Save deal that they've got going at the moment, and we think they can probably save you money and certainly make your company a whole lot greener. Now, what we need to do is we need to go over here. The reason why we struggle with the Zoom all the time is because I use it for like AA meetings and stuff, so it's all to cock. Now I need to just change where the speakers are going to go. We want the speaker to go to the USB, and then what we want to do is we want to admit this gentleman here. This gentleman, I'm excited.
Warning, in the next half hour, there's going to be a lot of talking.
And it won't be coming from us. Hello, Douglas Anderson. We can see you or hear you. I cannot wait to see your face. Just about hear you. Are you there, Douglas?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, we cannot see you.
That's one thing. We've got 50% of Mr. Anderson.
Okay. At the moment, this is old-fashioned radio. Now, what do I need to do to get the visual up here?
You need to hacktivate your camera. If you move, are you doing this on a computer or a telephone?
I'm doing this on a computer. I can start video. Is that one?
That's
Start
what
video.
we need to do, because
Yes,
at the
sir.
moment we are Doug-less.
Now
we
we're
are
Doug
Doug
Full.
Yes.
Doug Full. Welcome.
Hey, lovely. Oh, look at that. I popped in at about 9:10, and I popped out again at 9:15 to go down and play with Jenny the cat, who we talked about the last time.
Yes.
And I wasn't sure if you guys were on a split screen or not, but you are in the same.
We are in the same thing. Catherine is my bubble. We're allowed to bubble up. So we are in the same place. You can't see, Catherine. If you move your head ever so slightly, that is a Frank Sidebottom Ouija board behind us. It can only contact paper mache ghosts. Yes, Dougie has made his tie out of offcuts from my shirt.
Beautiful.
Look at this. This is
I feel
amazing.
quite left out.
How many candles have you? I can see 4 candles. 4. But are there any candles that we can't see in that room? That's what everyone wants to know.
All the candles that are in this room are lit. They're on show. See this candle there?
Yes, sir. The one balancing on your finger.
Yeah, that is that is the light that burns since Brian Jones died, I guess, because right above that, these are the stones on Primrose Hill at about 5-6 o'clock in the morning in about late-ish 1966, when Gerard Mankiewicz pulled them out of club, said, let's go somewhere, let's do a photo shoot. That's from the photo shoot. It's signed and went on to be the cover of the Between the Buttons album, which came out in January 67. So, you ask about candles, you get the story.
Wait, could you just, and we'll get onto the film in a minute, right? Which Catherine hasn't seen. Can you just do the thing with the finger again? Is that where you got the idea for the titles of the film?
No, it's not. It's not.
But it's very, very similar, isn't it?
I think he looks like E.T.
Yeah. I can do this one as well. Watch. There we go. Candles there. Candles there.
He's good at that.
How do you do that? Because I can't even, looking at the camera, I can't even sweep my hair back the right way of the parting without getting confused. And yet you're balancing candles like nobody's business.
Boils down to that thing of where the genius happens and where your comfort zone is are two different places.
Yeah.
I've immediately jumped on. I've got out of the comfort zone by working the video, and then I'm started pointing at things, don't really know what I'm doing, but it's exciting. People seem to be into it. And so...
Very happening. Very modern.
RPDM moment. This is living.
How are you finding... Now, how long have you had the cat? By the way, for those who don't know, this is Douglas Anderson, TV presenter, author, filmmaker. He's got a new film coming out, and we're going to show a little clip of it. I watched it today, and it's just really beautiful. And it's what it's about. Well, let's talk about it. It's about one of my favourite things. Always, and I haven't done it for a while, but I went through a thing a few years ago of going through London and looking up. It's called looking up. And looking up. That's where the action is.
Yeah,
and
people rarely do it. You can walk down the street day after day and never do it.
Yeah, and he's made a lovely.
Oh, good. I'm
this
glad.
guy has made a beautiful film about it.
I don't know if the clip that you've got will make sense without the context, but just to give you a bit of context, I got the original idea when I was back in Edinburgh early last year, I think. And I was looking at this beautiful stone masonry on the top of this church. And then I was looking at everyone in buses walking along, just not taking it in at all. And I had this beautiful kind of mindful moment. And I just started thinking about how we don't really look up anymore. And I guess the film it's quite a mindful film, I guess, but it's not a film about mindfulness. Let's make that very clear. Not that there's anything wrong with making a film about mindfulness, but there is a distinction. A distinction between mindful films and films about mindfulness. There's a distinction between cameras here or candles here, candles there. These are different things in different positions in different places. Anyway, so you might remember the last short film I did, maybe about 3-4 years ago now, and it was based on the James Mason film, The London Nobody Knows.
Yes.
And that played out the BFI and all that. I said last year, I was like, I need to do another film. Wasn't really too sure what to do a film about. And I thought, I've done comedy, done documentary, did the 3-minute chat show, which completely opened up a brand new realm of the chat show format, which I was so excited about. And everyone involved in film were so excited about, and was met with literally no excitement from the industry that I was attempting.
People were scared. People were scared of it, Dougie. It was too new for them. They just couldn't comprehend.
So for this one, I thought I just want to do something different, and I didn't know what it was. And the good lady, Mrs. Anderson, said, "Just wait. Don't think about getting an idea. Something will come to you at some point," and it did. Because sometimes when we stop thinking, we've all been there, we're all artistic. When you're trying to find an idea, think about something, you just don't bloody know what it is. And then you stop thinking for a while and it pops in. So that's what that was, in essence, the genesis. And I've got to say, it was a little bit problematic in the days of COVID, trying to get there filming at times, when people are sort of pointing and saying, "You're not 2 meters from this." Or
so when did you film this then? This isn't filmed. I thought this was pre-COVID.
It was pre and during. Started kind of the tail end of last year, and then again in late winter, early spring, and then the whole COVID thing happened, and obviously everything shut down. Started doing editing and all that kind of stuff to it, and then managed to get out again when things kind of loosened up a bit. I must say, we are doing a sound mix next week, the whole 5.1 stereo mix. And the week after that is the final colouring and grade. So it's not quite finished, but it's...
Oh, it looked stunning. Can I tell you my favourite... I've seen it once, I want to watch it again. But the thing that really stuck with me the most in my initial watch the train clippity clap bit, because it took me a little while. I was going, well, that sounds very rhythmic for a train, but it seems to fit. It took me a while to work out it was the soundtrack, and it wasn't actually the train. And then every time you just caught a little glimpse of the train, you just get a little hint of the clippity clap. I loved it.
You've always really been my target audience, and it's a shame there's only one of you. And I mean, I'd love Catherine to see it. I mean, it's a shame. I thought I did text you to say send it to Catherine so she can.
He did. Now, he sent it to me on the day of my daughter's birthday, and so unfortunately, I've been on birthday business all day.
Two momentous things happening in the same day. And you must best on to your daughter, and I'd rather she didn't watch it just yet. I think mother should, be the judge before daughter. I'm a bit of a traditionalist in that sense.
I'm
going to give it a watch tomorrow, Dougie.
I always give my stuff to Jane Birkin before I do to Charlotte Gainsbourg. You know.
You would.
Shall we play the little clip of it? Is there anything you would like to this does feel like I'm Letterman, you're Leno.
Oh, you could be Paul Schaefer. Just where's your keyboards? I've got to say, the whole Schaefer thing.
Yeah.
Maybe is this to a British audience? Just a bit odd. He's kind of there, I dive, and all that. It's a bit. I mean, you guys are more.
I remember watching. You remember when David Letterman, about 1992, did a week of shows over in the UK?
Yes.
And me and my friend Simon had been let's just say we'd been on a magical mystery tour that day, and to get into the Beatles theme, and we were watching one of those episodes, and it occurred to us, obviously, that Letterman was Satan.
Okay.
And that Schaefer was Mephistopheles.
Okay, one of the demons.
Yeah, like his assistant, and like because Letterman's actually quite. I mean, he's brilliant, but he's actually quite cold and condescending, and Schaefer's just like.
Yes, master. Yes, master.
Yeah, it's an odd one, isn't it? I caught myself thinking last week, I wonder what happened to Michael Essany. Now, remember the Michael Essany show? It was basically, he was a teenager in America, and he started doing a talk show from his own house with his dad being the sidekick and all this kind of thing. And it was on, I think it was on a US network for a while. It'll probably be on YouTube here somewhere.
I've just written it down so we can look for it later. I don't remember the name.
And on the same week, I started thinking about the Chris Isaak show.
Oh, with the mermaid in the fish tank.
What?
I never saw any of it at the time, and I popped on because it was never shown here. Unlike Larry Sanders, Seinfeld, whatever. It
was shown over here because I used to watch it with. It was on like 2:00 in the morning, I think, or something. It was very obscure.
Yeah, but it was a kind of Chris Isaak playing a version of himself, wasn't it? I think.
Yes, he was Chris Isaak, and there was a talking mermaid in a fish tank in a club. I think he might have solved crimes, but I'm not totally sure if he did.
All right, okay. But I was last on talking about or extolling the greatness of David Lynch. I forgot that he, I think, directed the Wicked Game video.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a by the by.
Going down the tangent, of course, the British equivalent of both of those shows that you mentioned, of course, is the Jack Docherty Show, which we really struggled. We tried to find some clips of it a few weeks ago, and there's not really a lot online, unfortunately.
That was a big show for Graham Norton, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He filled in for a week, and then he became Graham Norton.
Yeah, and it was filmed down at the Whitehall Theatre, just a stone's throw from Downing Street, wasn't it?
Right, that's where it was. 'Cause it was a theatre, and quite often it was there were 30 people in the audience.
Yeah, it was very odd, and they had the band. Oh gosh, how I miss these conversations that only fan base here I can never have it. The house band, I think, I don't know if it had two different house bands, but the house band, the leader of the band was the eldest son in the old OXO adverts with Linda Bellingham.
Oh, now this is why we need you, because we watched quite a lot of that and didn't have that lovely bit of information.
No, I would have sought him out.
Delicious informazione. That's incredible. Shall we watch the clip? Is there anything you want to say before I play this clip? Fingers crossed I play this clip. It could go all horribly wrong.
I don't think so. I mean, it would probably make a little bit more sense in the context of what comes before and after. But it's quite hard doing a trailer for a 10-minute film, I find. So
Yes.
this is a taster. I just ask people to relax and hopefully enjoy it. And, be kind. Look up.
Here is a clip, and it's Looking Up, isn't it? The title, or is it? Yeah. Here's a clip from Looking Up, the new film, as yet unreleased. This is a bootleg from Dougie. Because there's a delay, you Muppets! There's a delay. Of course there's going to be a delay from when you do it because they're doing that.
It's all right. We'll edit that bit out.
Could you... Right.
I can go back a bit. Do you want me to start on Chris Isaac again? And we can just...
We don't need to go back that far. We're going to do it. It's lovely, isn't it? It's really, really lovely.
Yeah.
It's really lovely. It's beautiful, and it's what you don't get. I think we've talked about the Detectorists before, Dougie, and one of the reasons I like it so much is it's so slow, and that could often be, some people could consider that an insult, and it's not. It's just really slow, and I love it. And just watching this for like 9.5 minutes, it's slow.
I could do with some of that. I'm going to watch that when we get back, I think.
It's beautiful. Well done. Oh, no, hang on. Now we've muted you. Hang on a second.
You probably saw the mouthing thank you.
There we go. Well done. It's beautiful, Dougie. It's really, really beautiful. Well done.
Well, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Thank you, Kath. I had a bit of a rush job last week and the week before because the final date for submissions for the London Short Film Festival, which is affiliated with BAFTA, was today, actually. So I had to sort of quickly get everything in a place where it could be submitted along with the requisite info, which has been done. So that felt nice. Find out in September if it's been accepted. Of course, you can go to other film festivals as well, and we'll get it out there because it's nice to be in the position it is now. I've got to say, and those who have seen it, because I kind of went to a few people that I kind of liked, that I wanted to see it, yourself included, and they all sort of came back saying the same thing. And one of the things I really liked, someone said it was like it's like a meditative essay on the search for calm. And I thought, oh God, I'm just absolutely going to nick that line for some kind of tagline, which I did. So that's been nice. And I tell you what else was nice on a slight filmic segue. Had blinking internet problems 3 weeks ago. Internet had gone down in half the street, so was suddenly left to watch DVDs. Now, it's quite a sad start to this story. About 18 months ago, I kind of got rid of most of my DVDs, kind of music and all that, because what with streaming and all the rest of it, and I kept a few little gems just because I couldn't throw them out.
Wow.
Suddenly, without Netflix, without Amazon Prime, it's like, what are we going to watch? Because I don't really tend to watch that much television. It tends to be more films or the television we do watch are on, things on Netflix. And I watched Kes for the first time in a long time, and I'd kind of almost forgotten the beauty of that, and indeed the sadness of it, but also I'd forgotten Lynn Perry, Ivy Tilsley, playing that role in it.
God, she is. Do you know what? I've not seen that for about 30 odd years, and Ivy Tilsley is in it. How funny! I was thinking about her at the weekend.
Well, when I think about her, I think about her in Shooting Stars and that very odd appearance on the first series of Shooting Stars when she was on. And I think she'd just left Coronation Street, or maybe she was still in Coronation Street at the time. It's kind of odd seeing that. And also what I started to do for the third time over was rewatch The Sopranos. And I was watching you guys tonight doing your plugs for some of the sponsors and all that. And there's a great... I can't remember if you're a Sopranos fan or not.
I watched the first season and then I just stopped for some reason and never picked it up. I enjoyed it, but I for some reason didn't dive back in.
Okay, I'll simply retort with an African funk band named Matumbi. The interesting thing is that at the moment there's a really good podcast. I don't tend to listen to that many podcasts because, as the comedian Charlie Baker says, in London you're never 3 feet away from a podcast. And there's a great one called Talking Sopranos, which two of the actors, the guy who plays Michael Imperioli, who plays Christopher in it, who was in Goodfellas, and the guy who plays Bobby Bacala in The Sopranos, Stephen Sharipa. And it's really, really good, especially if you're a fan of the film. They've obviously have to do these adverts throughout it. And they don't suddenly go to an advert, they have to do the advert. So, we're now sponsored by this, that, and the next thing. And it's quite a tricky thing to do. And I guess you guys, you do it very well, because what you just can't pretend you're going to do an advert, can you? You just have to go, right, we're now sponsored by these people.
Yeah.
We need them, so we're doing this at the moment.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, because we need the money, blah, blah, blah. Which brings me on to a question for you guys. So I saw the Guardian article, because the last time we were on a different station.
Yes, Talk Radio, yeah.
March time, I think. And I saw the Guardian article come up. I was like, oh, blinking heck, this is it. And I think I had a picture of you both and sound bites and all that kind of thing. And I always think it's very cool what you're doing anyway. And I like the fact that Catherine's friends with Katie Puckrick.
Oh, yes.
I've been a great admirer of Katie Puckrick. I think she's really cool and great. And I really liked her yacht rock.
It was awesome, wasn't it?
And I think she's got, does she do a perfume, something to do with perfume?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, I don't
She's
know.
also friends with Sparks as well. Really good friends with Sparks.
Almighty, and isn't it great? He still does the dance, isn't it? When you get up, he does,
And everyone goes nuts.
oh, God, I love it. That, along with perhaps watching Queen at Live Aid, things that just undisputable, they just make you feel better.
Yeah.
Life and life in general. I forget my point. I kind of segued off on Katie.
You read the Guardian article?
Yes, I read the Guardian article, and I thought, right, this is brilliant. I didn't really know how it worked, how you're going to do it, because you're kind of spearheading this revolution.
Yes.
And not just because cats indiscriminately appear.
It's the internet. We have to have cats involved somehow.
That's what it's for.
The question is it, obviously it's hard work, but it must be quite gratifying and I would hope exciting.
Yeah, because we're in charge, aren't we? We can do what we want, pretty much. Ian?
It varies from me from day to day. Here's the thing, Dougie. How honest do you want us to get? Because we can get really honest if you want.
Get as honest as you can without anyone feeling uncomfortable.
Okay.
Maybe the question should be to Catherine. Catherine, how honest should you both be?
I think we can be completely honest. That's the whole point, isn't it?
Here's the thing. It was a thrill. We are pioneers. For the first time in 25 years of doing this, this cat was all over the place. The first time in 20 years, I'm actually involved in something that is pioneering. You know, we're the first people that Twitch have approached and said, first a traditional broadcast saying, would you like to come over here? So that's great. Is it paying my bills? No, it's not, unfortunately. It's better than not working, and Kath, you know, is earning more money than she was at Talk, but it's not covering all my bills. And there is a real part of me that has lost the joy. I'm enjoying this. I'm working with my best friend, and no one makes me laugh like she does. Maybe my youngest at the moment, because he's on a really good streak at the moment. But
I can't compete with that. I mean,
no one makes me laugh like Catherine. And I think the shows that we're doing are really, really good. And it's psychologically, it's fascinating how Twitch works compared to radio. But just, Dougie, there's a bit of there's a significant amount of the joy has gone.
I think you're still grieving. I mean, we did get our fingers quite badly burned, didn't we, by what happened before?
Yeah.
But also, you've got your eyes on something else. I don't know if you know this, Dougie, but he's retraining, so he's got other plans.
I've just signed up to a 2-year counselling diploma, starting in September. So at the moment, the plan is in 3 years show business is gone, and I become a full-time counsellor. I don't know where my head in 3 years' time might be in a completely different place or something. But that is part of me has given up. I
think it's pragmatism.
Yeah.
Because the show business that you once knew, it doesn't exist anymore. Things do change. It's an easy argument to say a lot of the time they change for the worse, not for the better. But as we've discussed before, you know, it's not a meritocracy. There is the whole celebrity culture is still kind of as stronger than any other type of culture at the moment. I always laugh at something that happened to me, and when I say laugh, get angry and weep. When the numerous times you're told, yes, you'd be perfect. Yeah, of course we want you to do this. You don't have the Twitter followers, and of course, how do you get Twitter followers? You need the gig, and and it's all a bit odd. But I think with reaching as a counsellor, what you're doing is, I sound like a bloody counsellor now. You're not closing any doors; you're just opening up doors.
Yeah.
I was going to. Sorry to interrupt. I was going to ask what your relationship is with show business now, because of course we met when we were working on Rise together. You've been there before me, and then I kind of was pushed in to help steer it into the ground. But you've done huge TV shows. I remember you telling me about, I think it's in your book, isn't it, about you going to Chris Evans's house and handing him a present. But you've not been on telly, as far as I'm aware, for quite a while. And I wondered, have you given up? Do you consider that the past, or are you just waiting for the call?
Well, kind of things move on. Sometimes they come back to you. I saw the way sort of TV was going, and I thought, I don't know where my place is in this. I really don't. And especially now that budgets are the way they are, the kind of my niche kind of things don't really exist anymore, because it is all about, how can we do loads of these shows for this amount of money and all that. And I guess I got into TV via a short film. I'm still doing that. I got into working on movies, being, the music consultant and stuff like American Animals, which did really well. And I was working again, actually, at the tail end of last year on another film that Bart Layton didn't direct, but his company were working on. So that was, again, me just going through my record collection, saying this tune would be great for this Julian Casablancas solo album song would be great for that moment in that film. And so doing stuff like that and writing books, and the money you get from writing books is not huge, but you can only do what you can do. And it would be ridiculous for me to be sat here going, do you know what, I'm really envious of what Dermot O'Leary has got going for him at the moment, because he's got his thing, and you have to do what you can do in situation that you're in. That might mean writing a book. It might mean directing and writing a short film that gets put into the BFI archive, which is what happened with me. And so you can only do what you can do, can't you? I'd love to do more TV, I really would. But I guess you have to wait on the opportunity arising and do what you can do in the meantime, or even not in the meantime. Just think, that was then, this is now, here I am going down this avenue. But you don't close doors. I guess that's the thing, isn't it? You just... Because it is weird that some people crop up years later and you go, what the hell are they doing there? You know, and they have this kind of, this second sort of burst of professional life. I was in the car on Saturday. I wasn't driving. Mrs. A was driving. And we've got this old radio in the car, and I just put this on smooth radio, and Jenny Faulkner popped up.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
I didn't know Falky was doing anything at the moment, but there she was.
Yeah.
Very excited about some mainstream chart hit from 1995.
Someone sent me, I've not watched it yet because that period scares me, but someone sent me a clip of us. I think it was when two members of Belle and Sebastian were on Rise, and I think it was you and me that interviewed them.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? I've not watched it. I loved that year, even though I was very ill that year. I'm still really proud of that program. I think we had some amazing. I think it was really, really funny. When it was at its best, it was jazz.
Yeah, we did. It's a shame in a way. It's kind of sad. I never try and look back at stuff because it's always like you must look forward and and I get tiring when people live in the past all the time. But we did do some really, really funny and quite irreverent stuff, which now I don't think would happen. And I don't want to sound like one of these people, you know, like you see these documentaries on Friday night on BBC 4. Yeah, well, you know, it was 65, you know. I mean, we were writing it. We didn't know we were writing it at the time. Oh, piss off, you know.
No one had said fuck on television before.
But I think it's funny you mentioned Belle and Sebastian because it was 10 years to the day last week that we started filming our half-hour film to coincide. I say we, me, Belle and Sebastian, when we did our Write About Love film. How quickly 10 years goes. But you can only do what you can do in any situation. I'm really glad I wrote the book Left of the Mainstream. I really am, because I had to write it when I did. And I don't think there's a television book, a book that's partly about television. There's nothing like it, because the first thing I thought when I started writing that book was, I don't want my face to be on the cover. I want the cover to be something that you could put in a frame on a wall and people would come in and go, that looks really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Also did that's a modernist cover. But these things, those little things, like a cover's important. You know, those things are still really important to me. Like the logo for Looking Up, how that line, I got that idea from an old 50s modernist thing. And I thought, how could I play on that and make it a bit more now, a bit more, you know, 2020. Those things are really important. An album cover should still be a really cool design. Do you know what? I bet Katie Puckrick would agree with this.
She definitely would.
I don't know.
I'm very jealous of Catherine's friendship with Katie, but I kind of live it vicariously through you. I think it's the coolest.
She's every bit as cool as you would think, but also kind of nuts in a delightful way. Yeah, you know, you think that. I grew up looking at her thinking, I wish one day I could be as cool as Katie Puckrick, but no one is, right? But at the same time, she's a very human person. You know, stuff happens to her. She falls over. She, forgets to do her dress up and stuff. That stuff happens.
Next question is, who are your showbiz friends at the moment? Is there anyone sort of in your your inner reaches? Who's?
I can tell you that. Jesus.
Hey,
the
cats are kicking off tonight. I got 4 cats now, Dougie, so it gets a little bit hectic here at night. I can tell. Was it last night or Saturday night?
Last night, wasn't it?
Last night I had a 2-hour Zoom chat with Matt Lucas, who got in touch and said, "Do you want to have a chat?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And we had a lovely chat about everything, and he said some very, very nice things about me that I struggled to hear. So Matt Lucas,
that's good.
That's strong. That's strong.
Stronger response than I was fishing for, but thank you. Catherine?
We're not quite friends yet, but we're in each other's orbit, and I think we're going to end up working together. Rose McGowan, the American actress
Yeah.
and campaigner.
Yeah.
She's incredible. And we've been exchanging WhatsApp messages for secret reasons. But yeah, she's incredible.
So those are our names in celebrity poker. Dougie, show us your hand.
Well, I'm one of these idiots who placed art over celebrity, and thought I shan't try and cultivate friendships with famous people just for the sake of it. I'll go and write the books, make the films, and make the mixes and podcasts. And where's it got me? Son's famous friends. Although I still look back fondly to about 3 years ago when I had a 48-hour bromance with Shia LaBeouf.
Oh,
At the
what 48 hours.
Fantastic.
The Cannes Film Festival. And I was there because my wife worked on American Honey, the Andrea Arnold film. He was, additional editor on it, and he's the protagonist in the film. And the night before,
Is this Honey Boy or
no, American Honey?
Okay, because I watched his film Honey Boy the other day. That's based on his
childhood.
His childhood and his. It's incredible. Anyway, sorry. Carry on.
I put it on my watch list yesterday, actually, so I'm going to watch it. So American Honey is the Andrea Arnold film. And it has a cast of a lot of sort of, teenagers from Middle America who were all sort of flown over for the premiere of the film. And everyone went out to have drinks in this pub in Cannes. And he was there with his cap down and trying to be incognito. And I was just there having a good time. And I thought, I find him a really interesting actor because he's like an actor that doesn't really exist anymore. He's a bit dangerous, and he does things and he says things. He's a bit like a sort of Dennis Hopper type, as in Dennis Hopper in the 60s. You know.
My phone is going off. I'm just going to switch.
I thought it was Dougie. I was being
me.
really. Oh.
No, it was me. I'm really sorry. It's really sorry. Sorry, I do apologise.
No, absolutely. Just don't let it happen again.
Well, no. Okay, in that case, I will tell you those tweets, those messages, those WhatsApps were from magician Pete Heat saying he's really enjoying hearing you talk.
Oh, that's lovely. That's like, thank you. I'm going to look into this camera here. Thank you, Pete. And so anyway, I just started chatting away with Shia LaBeouf because I was just there supporting my wife and supporting the film and having a good time. And we had a lovely chat. And then he got a bit serious for a second. And he says, Douglas, man, you got a great energy, man. And that was it. That was us in this special bubble.
Wow.
I wasn't trying to impress him. And we ended up having these lovely chats about film. Because at the time, he was filming Borg McEnroe, which I don't know if you've seen, when he plays John McEnroe.
I didn't know. I've not even heard of this, no.
Yeah, Borg McEnroe. It's worth watching. And then we had the next night was the premiere. We sort of hung about and just had nice chats about film and music and things like that. And it was cool. Then he flew back to Sweden, where he was filming Borg McEnroe, and I flew back to London, England, where I was living at the time, and still living now.
Okay.
And just have fond memories of Shia. And he's gone through a hard time, but yeah, we had 48 hours that I wouldn't change for the world.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, I love hearing you talk so much, Dougie. It's so nice to see you. What are you drinking in there? Cup of tea?
Watty.
Okay. Is everything all right? You sound as upbeat as you can be during a global pandemic. Is everything all right?
Yeah, well, it's been difficult as it has for everyone. It's been difficult due to family illness as well. Things because all those kind of things don't stop, do they? It's a pandemic, but these other worrying things are still going on. I kind of just I just got on. I was making this series of mixes for Mixcloud 7 Floors Up, so I just did more of them. Got the film into shape for the film festivals. Read like I'm a big reader anyway, but just read and tried to cultivate the mind. Can I tell you what I'm reading at the moment? Just because
Please.
I had to get the book from America. It's impossible to get in the UK. Now, everybody's talking. We all know Nielsen had a huge worldwide hit with it, don't we?
Yeah.
Of course, used in the film. But what loads of people, I guess, don't know, and I'm not including you guys in this, is that Nielsen didn't write it. The great Fred Neil did, one of the greatest ever singer-songwriters, and a very elusive guy, and a person who kind of shunned show business in a way, but made this great art. Maybe that's why I've got so much empathy with him. So I think a book came out this year about the great Fred Neil.
Oh, wow. Yes.
The life, music, and mystery of Fred Neil. And I couldn't get it for love nor money in the UK. Eventually had to get it shipped in from America. He wrote Dolphins, of course, maybe his second most famous song, The Dolphins. And here's the thing that I'll say to anyone that's listening tonight. If you're just in the mood to listen to a work of musical genius and you haven't heard Fred Neil's The Dolphins, or you have, but you haven't heard it for some time, make that your listening when you go to bed tonight or when you walk into work tomorrow, because it's special and he's special. And I'm just having the best time reading this book.
I heard, thanks to my Spotify playlist, which every Monday Spotify make a playlist for me. Some weeks not very good. This week, oh my God,
It's thrown you a few beauties as well, isn't it?
Awesome. Are you aware of Nick Gary?
The Nightmare of J.B. Stanislas.
Yes.
Of course I am. It's the greatest.
I forgot who I'm talking to. Popped up.
I've got. Can I pop in with another?
Go for it.
Right. So a good friend of mine, Douglas T. Stewart from the BMX Bandits, Scottish indie royalty, has produced some of Nick Gary's songs over the past few years. And I went to see Nick Gary play a tiny show at the Heavenly Social in, just off Great Portland Street in London.
Yes.
Him and a guitar playing some of his newer stuff, which is amazing. And stuff from The Nightmare of J.B. Stanislas. And at one stage, I'm absolutely not the kind of person that shouts out at comedy clubs, at gigs, or anything like that. I'm just there for the, just sitting in the background. And he said, "Any requests?"
Oh, hello.
And I just shouted, "I'd love to hear The Wanderer." You know The Wanderer of the before-mentioned album? "Let me be the wanderer, I know I have to be." Oh, God, it's beautiful. The whole album is amazing.
Wheel of Fortune is the one for me.
Little Bird.
Aye.
It's a strange album in the sense that for about a 3-month period in 1969, Baroque pop was going to be the next thing, because folk rock had happened, country rock, and now Baroque pop. This is the thing. It's going to be strings, lush strings,
harpsichords.
Yeah, and it just sort of didn't happen. And then kind of hard rock came in, didn't it? It's Led Zeppelin's first album, and then Black Sabbath and all this kind of stuff. And it just didn't happen. And so, yeah, Nick Gary is, oh God,
But I hadn't heard of him until he popped up in a Spotify playlist, and it was like, this is incredible. But to bring it back to Everybody's Talking, I heard Harry Dean Stanton do a version of Everybody's Talking, and at the beginning he said, "This is a heroin song." I thought, is it? What? I've never heard that. And then it makes everybody's talking at me. I don't hear a word they're saying. Only the whatever the
echoes in my mind.
Is it a heroin song?
Fred Neil had, shall we say, issues.
Okay.
So I haven't got to the part in the book where it goes into what it is about, because I've just got past the book. Or his first album proper on his own was Bleecker and McDougall. Now, you've probably been to some of the record shops on Bleecker Street in New York.
There used to be a great shop, Bleecker Street Records, that sold bootlegs, and then it closed down a couple of years ago.
Yeah, great place. So Bleecker Street and McDougall Street beside each other. Oh gosh, here's something to go. One of the greatest album covers ever is Fred Neil's album, Bleecker and McDougall. Photo was taken in 1965, 66, of him in the middle of the street, late night, New York. It's the Village when it was still dangerous.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, very cool.
Look at that.
You know how a lot of people buy, they frame their albums now?
Yes.
Because, the best album covers are, of course, works of art. Bleecker and McDougall by Fred Neil is absolutely one of those that should be framed. It's beautiful, isn't it? And I like the fact it's late at night, it's dangerous, but what's in the distance there? The Empire State Building.
Yeah. I want a hot dog with some mustard on it.
Yeah. And it's old, and he's just got his, it's a bit. It kind of harks back to that Coen Brothers film, doesn't it? The it's that feel to it.
I've thoroughly I meant to mention this last week, Honey Boy, the Shia LaBeouf film. It just popped up on Amazon Prime, which doesn't normally have a great selection.
It's so strange. You're the second person who's mentioned that to me in the last couple of days.
It's beautiful. It's I kind of identify with it's about dads. I mean, not a similar situation.
But doesn't he play the dad in it? But actually, it's kind of based on his childhood.
And it's based on his recovery. And what he wrote about his dad, and it's and it gets nice, a little bit psychedelic and meta towards the end. Beautiful, really beautiful.
You're talking about beautiful films and films that have a heart to them, and you mentioned Harry Dean Stanton. Have we spoken before? There's every chance we had about Harry Dean Stanton's final ever film before he passed away. Lucky.
No, I've not seen it. Is it good?
The need for you to see it is so strong that I'm going to do a quick 360.
Wow, I've not seen him do that in a long time.
You better take this seriously.
I've not seen him do that in a long, long time, guys. Everybody, focus.
Oh, I implore you to watch it. It is beautiful, and it's life-affirming.
Yeah.
And and at times it's a bit slow in a great way. You would love it. You would both love it. Please just go and watch it when you get the chance soon. You won't regret it.
All right, we're finished now. We'll go and do it. Dougie, we should let you go. It's always such a joy to talk to you. I miss you so much, and you're one of my favourite people that I ever worked with on telly, and we had so much fun when we hit that groove. It was effortless.
Yeah.
Effortless. You just let go and fall, and it was wonderful. I don't even remember, but I remember just rapping into making up a song into the break, and it was just joyous. It was wonderful. So thank you for those times.
Thank you, and thank you both. I feel I've slightly spoken more to you than I have to Kath, and I don't want to appear rude. It reminds me, just if you'll allow one very, very quick anecdote. I once interviewed Michael Caine along with Dylan Moran for a film they were in called, I think, The Actors was the film, and it was really disconcerting because you've got Michael Caine and Dylan Moran, and you want to sort of speak to them both, but I'm not equating Caine and Moran to you both. Let me say that. But Michael Caine had more of an effect on my life at that point because of Zulu, the Chris File, Italian Job, and Get Carter, The Man Who Would Be King, et al. I was a bit of a fan of Black Books at the time, but more and more Dylan did. So it was very odd. It was a very odd interview to do. Again, not that important in present day, but just thought I'd pepper.
Sorry, Dougie.
The cat just jumped on my lap and let one go.
Oh,
that's very rude.
On that bombshell, we have to end on that. We have to. Dougie, now what are you on Twitter these days?
At Douglas Chats.
At Douglas Chats.
And boy, does he, and we're glad of it.
If your other films, are they up? Are they around? Can people see them?
They are on MrDouglasanderson.com, the link of which is on my Twitter profile.
Okay.
You've got another stuff as well that I've just seen, like the Belle and Sebastian film, and a lot of other nice things, and music mixes and links to books and all that. It's all there.
A rarity. We got an actual genuine ock there. There we go. Sure. You don't hear it very often these days, and I love it. So nice to talk to you. Love to the family. Love to the cat.
Thanks, Dougie.
Lovely to speak to you both. I missed you. I will come on again when invited to chat more. And love to Katie Pubrick.
I'll pass that on.
There we go. Now we get to them. Now we get to them. See you later, Dougie. Take care.
Bye, Dougie.
Bye. What a nice guy.
He's so nice.
Man.
He's entertaining. It's nice to be the one that gets entertained for once, isn't it?
Oh, I got two cats on me and one's got claws.
And he doesn't retract his claws, does he?
Georgie boy. This is Georgie boy. This is George. And his sister Patty. Oh, there we go.
Patty.
His sister Patty is on my lap.
Patty is tiny but potent, if you know what I mean.
One of the joys of doing this is, yes, that conversation was primarily between me and Dougie, but the next one I might not say anything. This is one of the joys of this, is it's not always an immediate 50-50
No.
split. It kind of it evens out. I've got two idiot cats.
Whoa, one down.
It evens out over time.
When Kate Lister came on Friday, it was primarily me and her talking.
And that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's not flipping, this morning where I get a sentence and then you get a sentence. It's
No.
a bit more, normal.
And very rarely, I was going to say never, but very rarely does the ego come into it. It did when we had an argument, because my ego was hurt, so I lashed out. That's primarily what that was, as well as other stuff. But there was other stuff going on. But my ego was pricked, and so I kind of punched. But generally, 99 times out of 100, it isn't we don't end the show and one of us goes, well, you actually said. I have worked with people in the past who said, well, you actually said you said about 5 minutes more than me, and that's not fair.
I have a friend who's in television, and she said that she had quite a nasty conversation with a co-presenter who was a lot older than her.
Right.
And he felt that she'd overstepped her bounds and
Right.
told her so afterwards. And she said, I'll never forget that. I thought that I was working with one of my heroes, and he gave me, a rollicking afterwards.
Star Chaser, great point. 2 months subscribed to TNLA is cheaper and funnier than owing Tom Nook 2.5 million bells for a basement. Cheers, lads. Long live the TLNA. Well, that's like saying PIN number, but we will accept that. Thank you for your subscription. Let's go. We've had loads of subs, actually. Thank you, McPauls, for the bits. Advis 1977 for the sub. John Matthews for the follow. Foggy's gifted a sub. Katie for the bits.
Mikey Mouse 94 has resubscribed.
Anna
Thank you.
Live, Delith has gifted, Laurentium, and Carl, thank you. And yeah, that was Pete Heat.
Pete Heat's incredible. If you haven't seen his episode on here, there should be a video somewhere floating about of
Somewhere.
when we spoke to him last, which wasn't that long ago.
Pete says he likes my shirt. And so, yeah, I had a lovely chat with Matt Lucas last. I don't know Matt very well at all, but we had him on the show. And I'm not going to reveal any of the intricacies and the privacies that was spoken about. But I will share one thing that made me tear up a little bit and made me lie in bed awake last night going, what is going on? Why can't I get offered a job on the radio? And Matt has just finished filming. I don't think I'm breaking any confidence. Just finished filming the Great British Bake Off. Mm-hmm. He's the new host of it. And he said to me, and I don't know him that well. We did a few gigs together about 22 or 3 years ago. And he said when I was walking towards someone, a contestant, and I didn't have a clue what to say to them, I said to myself, what would Iain do in this situation? I went, what? He said, yeah, I would just go over and think, what would Iain do in this situation?
Probably karate chop them in the windpipe.
Well, or possibly lie on the desk where they've been cooking, which is one of the things he did. I won't go and tell you any more of the content of the show because it's probably hush. But it was a real... I just didn't know what to... I didn't know what to say, so I changed the subject very, very quickly because I'm getting better at taking compliments, but that's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
And your first instinct is to go, what? No, I'm terrible at this.
I couldn't believe it. And it was so lovely. So not name dropping about Matt, we've been pretty much since he came on the show ages ago, we've been texting saying we should do a chat. But he's very much a night owl, and I'm either doing this or I'm in bed. But we had a really lovely chat. And,
Good.
It was nice.
It's sometimes lonely doing something that's completely different from what everyone else is doing, and it's nice to get a little bit of validation now and again from someone who knows how it feels.
There's a cat there. You can just see there is a cat on my
Could you
lap.
point her away from me, please? Because I think I've suffered enough tonight.
She is armed and she is loaded and she is ready to go. Pepper Moore, thank you so much for the bits. If you want, you can also donate via paypal.me/Iain Lee. Posted out the last of the membership cards. We may have to do a couple more. I don't know if any fresh orders have come in, but if you ordered a membership card last week, that got posted today, but I missed the last post because it's only a collection at 9 o'clock. So I'm hoping you should have it by the end of the week. Is what I'm saying. Hey, we've been hovering for a Monday, which is great. We've been hovering around 800, 850 viewers all night.
So thank you.
Which is brilliant. Thank you. Do click follow. It really does help. Did we ever do the cat-only Zoom meeting? No. I had lots of great ideas at the start of lockdown and didn't. I was going to do a Zoom meeting just for cats.
My cat will not play ball. It turns out that she's maybe not quite as rubbish as I thought she was. Right?
Stunt master, mistress.
She is. So Willow has always been kind of a lazy cow. Let's just say she sits in the garden. She may move position now and again, but she didn't really seem to do very much. And then last week she kind of discovered she could get up onto the fence and get into the neighbour's garden and sit on their furniture. We thought that was the end of it. Then we discovered that's quite good. Then we
I'm going bald in that.
in a way.
Someone's just sent me a picture of. So I've got to try and hang on a minute. Let's.
It looks like Aunt McPartlin from The Eyes Up.
Sorry, Catherine, I'm going to lose you for a minute.
It's fine.
Because I just want to try and recreate this. By the way, if you send in artwork of either of us, as long as it's not too offensive, we will try and recreate it for you. So feel free. This we'll see who this is from in a minute. So
you need to be slightly higher up mouth-wise than one side than the other. That's it. And that is a 6-finger forehead that they've given you there, which I think is slightly
I'm going
unfair.
bald there. There you are.
Who does that look like? That looks like someone else.
Looks like some kind of, person you wouldn't want your kids bumping into on a dark night. That's what that looks like. Thank you. That is wonderful. I love it. Who did that? Let's see. That was sent in via... that was Stephen who sent that on Skype. Thank you,
That's
Stephen.
awesome.
That is appreciated. Catherine, sorry, tell us about your cat.
Anyway, yeah, lazy. So she goes from one garden to the next to sit down, right? Or so we thought. And then over the weekend, there are a couple of occasions where we discovered her outside our gate.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So how's she been doing that? I spoke to my neighbour from next door and he went, oh, it's because when she goes and sits on my furniture, what I'll do is I'll open the back gate and she'll go out and sit outside yours. And I was like, all right, so she's trained you to allow her out because she's too lazy to climb. And I think her legs are quite short because she's a British blue and they've not got the longest of legs. Anyway, more fool me, because today I saw her climb onto the neighbour's garage, climb all the way up to the apex, right? So the neighbour's house is not attached to ours. There's a gap in between the garage and our house, and that's kind of our back path, so we can get out from the back garden. I saw her go to the apex of his roof, look at my roof, the roof of the house, right? And she did this weird thing that cats do when they see birds, which is like this kind of... Have you seen them do that?
Yeah.
They kind of... And apparently it's kind of mimicking the sound of the birds.
Okay.
It shows that the birds got their attention, is what I read in a book. I don't know how true that is, but it seems plausible. Anyway, she gave it the... And I went, oh no, she's not going to try that. Because it's quite it's about a good meat. You can get a wheelie bin in between.
Can I just say one thing?
What?
Get yourself an outfit. Carry on.
It's a metre and a bit, right?
No.
And so she's looking up. I'm thinking, she can't get off the fence. I don't know if she's going to get off that garage roof. Never mind. She jumped it. She jumped onto our roof, the roof of the house.
Incredible. And cats they live these weird little lives on their own, and it's incredible.
I was impressed. I was astonished. I was thrilled. And I was also slightly flattered because although she's not the most affectionate of cats, it shows that she chooses to stay.
For now.
Because she could go anywhere.
She chooses to stay.
For now.
For now. Thank you, Dave. Dave has clicked that.
My youngest was freaking out though. She's going to die. She's going to die. She's a cat. She can do this. She can do this. She's our cat. I said she doesn't know or care that she's our cat. She's her own person. She's up that roof.
So many people having a go at me because I said I like James O'Brien.
There's a lot of cross people out there looking for some way to
so
vent.
I'm just about to block someone called Brexit 011. Okay.
Sounds just like your sort of person.
Okay. Oh, look, I just block these people. I don't want to get involved.
He's not using his real name. He's not using his real face. Please do. Jog on.
Okay, right. So now Lino sent us another advert for a town, which I deliberately Linopolis, which I deliberately didn't want. I'm going to.
I started watching it, and I think I might have seen it before.
Okay,
but it is quite some oeuvre.
I've not seen it. Oh, has he deleted it?
Oh no, come on.
Lino, don't be not.
He wouldn't have deleted it.
I don't get the fascination with that guy. Lino, where is it, please? This is funny. Oh, it's not okay, but we haven't got time for that. Lino, where is it?
Hang on, I answered as well, and I didn't do that much tweeting today. Let me see if
Lino's getting on my nerves because Lino made me buy an RK2020, which is a Chinese. He made me buy it. It's a Chinese retro handheld that you can hack and play anything on it. Then after I bought that and ordered it, he said, "Oh no, you don't want that. You want the Retroid Pocket 2." So if anyone wants to buy me a Retroid Pocket 2, then I would really like that because I ain't buying it. Where, Lino? Where is it? Is he?
I don't see it anymore.
All right, Lino's an idiot.
I can tell you what it was.
Well,
I'm sure we can Goodle it.
Yeah, go on. What was it?
Let's Goodle it. It was something to do with the Metro Musical.
Okay, can I need a little bit more than that?
Put that in. Put that in.
Metro Musical.
Yeah.
Oh.
There it is.
Okay.
Tyne Wear, the Metro
I found
Musical.
It. I found it.
You're welcome.
It's 9.5 minutes long, flipping it. This is another local BBC thing.
But don't you remember that year when we went to the Gillard Awards and were famously snubbed?
Yeah.
It was all about getting
Sorry?
normal
I wasn't
people.
snubbed. I won an award, didn't I?
Yeah, but you didn't win the award that you should have won.
Yeah, but I wasn't snubbed. I won an award that now sits in my youngest son's bedroom somewhere.
Yeah. No.
What was the award I should have won?
The one for our show.
Yeah, that's true. But
It
I
was a
wouldn't-
belter.
I wouldn't call that a snubbing because I
I
won
saw
one.
it as a snub.
Okay, well, I won one.
Yeah, well. Also,
Pharrell hasn't got back to me yet, no doubt.
also those awards are like merit badges anyway. Who cares?
A lot of them were given to old men for not dying
Exactly.
or being paedophiles.
It was one of those nights where they do it every time. They'll do a sort of film at the end just with sad music and everyone that they've lost while working there. And I was thinking, God, if I don't do something, I'm going to be on one of these black and white films one day.
So okay.
Anyway, but yeah, people did get prizes for not dying. But there was a big thing at that point, wasn't there, for getting normal people to do all the work. And so they would do these kind of lavish productions.
There we go. I think I've noticed why the Zoom box doesn't fit in the Zoom, but that's by the by.
Well, excellent. That's a breakthrough of sorts,
Saying
isn't it?
something. Yes, Nina, it was Lino that asked you about Video Junction in Watford. Right, here we go. Now, if I were you lot, I'd now be going, I can't hear it. I can't hear it. I can't hear it. There's no sound.
I am too old to twitch. How much of my licence fee is spent on those awards? Google it, mate. I don't care anymore. Don't work there.
On 11th August 1980,
They didn't spend a lot on us.
Trains started running in the northeast of England. Shed loads of money is what they spent on those events, and I think they should have spent more. This film is performed by people who use or work on the Tyne Wear Metro. Here we go. Sting wrote a musical about Newcastle.
Of course he
didn't
did, because he's a Geordie.
And who was in it?
Jimmy Nail.
Yeah,
Who else?
exactly.
Cheryl Cole wasn't available at the time.
Wow.
Yep. Bob Mortimer.
How's he playing that? Where is the pipe? Because he's not blowing into it with his mouth.
He's already pumped it.
So it's got to be. Can we look behind this guy?
Don't you fill it first and then
No,
give
I
it
think
a waz in?
it's a bum pipe. Think it is a bum
That's a
pipe.
cross between Bob and Simon Day, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, look, he's clenching his buttocks.
Well, he would. It's a cold night.
Yeah. Look at the camera. The camera is moving to try and catch your eye.
He's being thoughtful.
So you're the camera, and he's just like, I'm not looking. We know that you know that we know that you're being filmed.
He will have been told not to look.
There's a brilliant... Have you seen the Python sketch?
I've seen one.
I was telling this to my boys, and I laughed, and they laughed. And so it's this... we're here on the... I can't remember. It's so like... I've not seen it since I was 15, but we're here, and we are looking at the history of this ancient Roman site, and then they go, hang on a second, is that another film? Excuse me, we're filming here. No, we were here first. No, we're filming. And they'll have an argument. And they go, well, hang on a minute. who's filming us now? And they look over and there's a third group. So they have and it goes on and who's filming us now? And there's anyway, let's continue.
He's musing on how wonderful the Tyne Wear Metro is.
Someone said the restaurant behind is totally empty.
Well,
What?
it'll be the neat.
Well, no, hang on. What restaurant? Do you mean that? Because that's not a restaurant.
That's just the.
That's like the walkway for the dock or something.
Yeah.
What restaurant?
Oh, actually, no. Are there chairs there?
Nope. That's like the dock of the bay. That's not a restaurant. So focus. Is a bumulette a storage locker for a bum pipe reed? You're not even going to acknowledge that. I'm not acknowledging that. Oh, hang
What
on a
they've done
minute.
there is giving it a futuristic 1980.
Oh, it's not working. Nine.
No, it has to go bleep.
Nine.
No.
I think I might have actually. Hang on a minute. We're going to do this. I might actually have deleted this because it was getting on my nerves.
I thought you were having so much fun with it.
Well, nine. This is working.
You're trying to do the voice yourself. Just do a normal voice.
19. Here we go.
This is very exciting.
Just for me to go, oh, it's updating the software. Flipping heck, man. Just so I can go 1980. All right, that's not responding. Close that program. Oh, jeez.
I mean, isn't it?
Hang on a minute.
Oh, God. First the cat.
That was the cat.
That was not the cat. If that was the cat,
19. Oh, gosh. Sorry,
I
guys.
shouldn't have to work in these conditions.
You shouldn't. That is abuse. That is abuse at work. That's work abuse. Oh, that's
awful.
That is
I'm gonna
actually.
have to just go and sniff these reeds.
Okay, turn them around so we get 9. Oh, here we go. I think we might have just. Here we go. 9. Oh, jeez. Voice mod is currently rising. Okay. 19.
Go on.
Oh, it's installing voice mod. It's gone now, Kath.
If I walk into a butcher's curtain of stink, you're in big trouble.
No. I'm just waiting for this to flip and start, man. Just want to go 1980 in a robot voice like them.
Oh, man.
Shut up, Danny. 1980.
Just like that.
Who's this?
9. Do me one.
1980.
1980. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Ray. Happy birthday to you.
1980. 19 Vietnam War over.
Okay, I think they get the idea.
Okay.
So anyway, it's about the Metro. I happen to know they use this program.
A year of unemployment makes me slow down when I speak.
You've got to do it in a Geordie accent.
A year of unemployment. Oh, we've gone back to the beginning. No, we haven't.
Good.
No, we haven't.
We can't have any more piping.
A year of unemployment and Cold War darkness.
He's enjoying that a little bit too
Cold
much.
War darkness.
He's enjoying that a little bit too
He's
much.
got his moment. It's his moment, Liam. Enjoy it.
And this is his moment. This is his perfect moment with you. Oh,
That is a lavish cardigan, and I'm all here for it.
they're doing for the ABBA look. Mm-hmm. I like her Alice band.
Yep,
Like that. I like the eye makeup.
it's all working.
I like the windy style, the wind. I like this little pink little bit of glitter here. Oh,
Good.
look, the earring. Look at the earring.
Yeah, none of this happened by accident. They want you to like it.
Okay, well, it's worked. Someone's saying it's like Threads. Come on now.
And England emerging from winters of harshness.
Why have they made... Is everyone going to sound like a robot?
They're just talking about the 80s and they're going to bring it up to the modern day. They're trying to give you...
okay.
They're painting a picture, if you will, with sound.
I don't think they should have made that lady sound like a robot because I think that's demeaning to people
As Budgie Biscuit said, canny cardy like.
with... I think people with disabilities to make it say that they're not human. I think that's offensive.
What?
The unrestrained era of disco.
Don't, because you made Patty jump then when you did that. These girls look like they're having fun, but they've set a fire. You can't see that. They've got a fire going. So no, I do not approve. I do not approve.
It's called, and unusually for Newcastle, they're wearing the coat.
A computerized age had begun.
A computerised age had begun.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait till they do them like in a couple of years and they have to include lockdown
Yeah,
and
a
social
lot of masks
distancing.
on.
Yeah, scumbags.
Oh. Auto-tune, someone has said.
Oh, well done. Okay, and in the northeast corner of Britain, there we go, because we are multicultural and we appreciate that here. If you don't appreciate it, knob off. They've made her sound like a robot, which dehumanises her. I think that's offensive. Oh, hang on one second. Can we just mute the mics for a second?
Oh, I've got a request from Blues.
Hang on a
Noodler.
minute. Only do it if they throw some bits your way.
No, I'll do it. I just want Kat to say Ferrero Rocher. No, it's Ferrero Rocher. Do you want some Ferrero Rocher while you wait?
An exciting new chapter have been carefully written.
Is that a Stussy behind her?
Hmm?
Is that a Stussy? It looks like a...
No.
What does that say? Can we find this?
Hobbsy.
Hobbsy managed to get in on the action. Well done, Hobbsy.
The future arrived.
Ah, the future arrived. No
Right.
need for any kind of mechanism
But
here.
unfortunately, this is the first voice that's really needed some sort of auto-tune.
On a hot day in August with a new bridge
And with a...
over the time.
Oh, yes.
Tyne!
Primary colours and geometric lines intertwined.
Yes, she can sing.
Oh, she's belting it.
She can actually. We've got a singer. There's a lady. We'll get to the sexy lady
She's
in a
gonna
second with the
harmonise.
ferrets. This woman can sing at last. At last.
Geometric lines intertwined underneath an iconic black and yellow sky.
Oh,
But the ferret.
listen. We all like ferrets. They stink, ferrets.
Geometric lines. Mama Metro. How many? I think there are more.
Six.
I think there are more. It felt like there were more than there should be.
Black and yellow sky.
Mama Metro. Okay. I tell you what it was.
Another canny cardy.
There's a sound effect at the start that sounds like two mama. Yeah. Oh, look, dumps her straight away. Look, so these.
Yeah, that's like that meme with the boyfriend.
Yeah, look. So these two
Cardi.
hanging out.
Headband.
Whoa, hang on a second. Hello, love. Hello, love. Come here. It's all right. No, I'm not with her. Don't worry.
Who? I don't even know her.
Oh, he can't believe his luck.
Oh. Okay.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. We're going to watch this kid in the slowest of motions, all right? We're going to watch this. Here we go. Can you move your in picture to the bottom left? Oh, Jesus.
I mean, what you want? You want to see everyone's
Oh.
faces.
Oh, hang on. Oh, it's all gone pear-shaped. Bottom left, yes. Okay. Make us a little bit smaller, but we can watch this kid in the slow-mo. Here you go.
Oh no, this fella.
Charlie Drake.
I've been out in Newcastle. It went like this.
Look at a minute. Charlie Drake there. He's not. Hang on. Let's go. Let's get Charlie back. This is going to be good.
Tyne Wear Metro.
20 hours a day from Southampton to Wimbledon.
Down to Jarrow. In the baking heat and the driving seat.
It's all
Michael Caine's in it. Michael Caine is in it.
He's going to deliver an immortal Geordie line as well.
It's
all read.
Flash of cadmium yellow, mama, metro.
So Newcastle is very, very white.
Mama, multiculturalism.
All of these BBC local things are very, very white.
Tend to be.
Because people from the BAME community, I'll tell you why they're not in this, because they got common sense. They've got brains and they're sensible.
They don't sign up for this.
Don't
do
sign
they?
up for this crap.
And the escalators were the first I'd ever see.
Yeah, but it wasn't the first thing that you ever rode, though, was it, my darling?
Oh no, come on.
Oh.
Talk about a stairway to heaven,
There's Kath.
so steep.
Look, you're wearing the same outfit.
Hey, listen.
You're wearing the same outfit. I love it.
I would definitely like to ride that Stairway to Heaven.
That's a great jacket, isn't it? That's what all coats should look like. That all coats.
Heaven, so
That is a leopard skin.
Well done.
Thank you.
steep and so high and so bright and so clean.
By the
Now-
way, Lino is to blame for this. Lino is to
I
blame for this.
love, unashamedly, this
Yeah.
gets my blood rising.
Yeah.
I love a brass band.
Oh, completely. What was the first one of the first projects Paul McCartney did when the Beatles were splitting up? He produced the Black Mills Dyke Band or Black Dyke Mills Band or something. Brass band.
Yeah.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Proper.
Thank you, Rebel, for the sub.
It's freezing. Now this, surely is not allowed on the
I've
Metro.
done this. That knife dance. That knife dance is brilliant.
Is that a Scottish thing?
It's Celtic, isn't it? Oh, flippy, heck yes, man. Celtic ninjas. You put them all together and they come. They'll stick.
You see me go.
It's about to get urban now. Come on.
This is this guy thinks he's cool, but by the very fact he's in this, he's not cool. Okay.
You see me going to Biker to roam on the streets, or going to Whitley to lie on the beach. You might
Sorry, I just
I thought you were going to beatbox, but no, you're going to cockbox.
see me at Central catching a train, or at St James watching the game. Got a little yellow ticket just in case they check.
Is that her bit? Is that it?
train.
I mean, someone buy that lady a belt. Oh, we appear to have crashed.
Ticket just in case they check us. The Charvers run away from inspectors. I'm on the Metro all of the time, but you won't catch me with no £20 fine.
I love this. This starts getting involved in the law of buying a ticket.
£20
Fine.
But also, what's this young girl here?
Yeah.
Is that Pitbull? I think it might actually be Pitbull.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
we're going to check that, but I think that's Pitbull. She's too young to be hanging out with these hoods.
My suggestion: this is a local dance troupe.
What gives you that idea? The Choose Life T-shirt?
Just the sort of exaggerated hair and makeup.
I don't think she's meant to be there.
One of their mums has done it.
All of the time, but you won't catch me with no £20 fine.
Sample of famous Mackham witch with the musings of a gadget in Sunderland barking. That's
What is again? This is so much. What's she doing with her hand here?
She's been a football supporter.
I don't. Well, I think.
This is what the Newcastle supporters
At
look
St.
like.
James's Park. Into a station.
It's him again. What happened to cardigan? What happened to headband?
George, can you stop that, please, mate?
Hey.
He's ripping something up. Come on, dude. Come on, dude.
Oh, I'm getting him stuck. Here we go.
Come on, dude. What's going on, mate?
It's cool out. It's not your paperwork to eat. It's mine.
She's having the time of her life. She is loving
Am I
it.
in? Am I in?
Pulses with anticipation.
Look at this guy. This guy climbing up.
Yeah.
This guy's climbing up.
Giving it.
He knows where the camera is. He's been told to stay still. He's like, I've got one go at this. I have got one go.
I've not done my hair for nothing.
With anticipation.
My maid Chelsea was named and shamed for failing to pay for her ticket.
They're still going on about the flipping ticket stuff.
You've got to pay for a ticket,
Her
guys.
mate Chelsea was named and shamed.
It's a £20
by her.
fine.
She's been named and shamed by her.
I love the fact that I think they're suggesting that this is Chelsea.
Is this Chelsea?
It doesn't look like a Chelsea to
Cause
me.
she gave them her name when the guard person came. It's her naughty next a secret.
Oh.
She gave her.
So
she gave
it was
her
her what done
name
it.
when the guard person came. It's a naughty next a secret. Okay, so Chelsea got done because of that horrible girl in the background.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
And she shouldn't have been in that tunnel either.
No.
Baden. She's a bad
Does look like the fire starter video.
Jason Stratham, well done. Hamilton.
There we go.
Tyne Wear Metro. Think of girls Latino. 60 colorful stations in useful locations. And honey crack from their gates. We go mama Metro.
Some of these people look like people I might like to hang out with, and I remember that they're in this video, and I don't want anything to do with anybody in one of these videos.
Mate, they're just taking their break where they can. You might have been doing this when you were a student.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
So don't hate. Congratulate.
We're not even halfway through it yet. We'll take a break in a minute and big up our sponsors.
Life in extremity, Solus and James's progression, regression, so many changes, rolling stock clattering the platform, chatter takes me back, take me back. High level clarity, breakbeat and memory, take me to the city, to the coast, to the skyways, take me to it all into highways, ride the M train, take me home.
And sometimes you have to adjust.
That bit was actually, for some reason, I don't like poetry, but I found that bit quite beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Found that bit quite beautiful.
Sit and listen.
Don't touch me. Look, why now? These pockets are really making a bold statement, aren't they?
They are.
Making a bold old
Listen,
statement.
I don't mind anyone having a go in the dressing up box.
Oh.
Entitled.
Yeah.
And the ear that wipes the tear, wipes the tear away.
Wipes the tear away.
Who's crying? I mean,
I didn't see anyone crying, but I don't really want to think about people wiping tears away on trains. Reminds me of my time in Paris.
oh, you were,
Yeah.
you're exposed to it. Let's have a little break from this, because we got...
There's so much left.
We have got so much left, and we've got some brilliant sponsors that we want to talk about, including HF Singh & Co. He's a chartered accountant. He is tax and accountancy personified. He will do everything he can to help you. I'm just trying to
He'll
get his
do all the
details up,
maths
'cause I've
for
got
you,
all the window- I've
basically.
got the wrong windows
He'll
open.
save you all the jobs. I don't know anything about my tax. I have a good accountant, and everyone needs one. Harsh Singh is one.
He started. He works for a big company, and then his dentist said, "Could you do my books, and I'll do your teeth for free." And he's been doing it for 10 years now as his kind of job. And he has. I know already that 2 people who watch this show have been in touch with Harsh. There's his email address, harsh@hfsingandco.uk. He's only just started his Twitter feed at hfsingco. Only started it last Friday. He's got about 12 followers. Go and follow him. Go and follow him and send him some love. And here is something that he said, right? He said, "I will do my best to save you money, but Iain, can you make this clear? I will not break the law for anybody. And I said, well, that's disappointing, but good to know.
Yeah, and I think we need to spell that out to some of these people.
Also, one of the things, we got Harsh for a week, and one of the things, he doesn't really have a logo. And I was thinking we could maybe come up, maybe you guys, or you artistic guys, could come up with a logo for Harsh, but maybe we'll do that a little bit later in the week. His specialities are income and corporate tax compliance, tax planning, HNWIs, VAT, groups of companies, audit, management reporting, charity reviews. He reckons he could probably save you a few quid as well, both in terms of what you're paying your accountant, if you've got one, and in terms of the tax that you pay. All legit, all above board, but he knows kind of how to work the system. He's a great guy. We've met him a few times. He's come to a few of our shows. He came to our tag, where he was the second worst person when we had a game of tag in Hyde Park. Numero uno worst was Catherine, who even turned up in like sports gear.
Well, I don't mind an outfit, but whether I can do what the outfit suggests is quite another matter. Harsh Singh is a nice fella. He likes helping people out, and he doesn't like people to worry if he has a skill that he can apply to ease your troubles. And I know a lot of people are worrying at the moment financially. So have a conversation with him. It's always worthwhile.
He's a nice guy. Send him an email, harsh@hfsingandco.uk, and let's go and swarm his Twitter with a little bit of love, shall we? Summers Waste Solutions. These guys are the best for all of your waste needs. They are, well, Catherine, tell us a little bit about these guys while I get some details.
Summers, it's a family business. They are based in Bedfordshire, but they can serve the entire country, and they can sort out your waste problems. I mean, not your personal ones, that's down to you.
Bodily functions.
But if you have a business, big or small, right, you might have various different types of things you've got to get rid of. And at the moment, you might be employing several different companies. They can do the whole thing for you. And they reckon they can save you money. They can improve your green footprint. And probably, if you're not the boss, you can use them to impress your boss. Save them a few quid, so give them a shout.
They've got Switch and Save going at the moment, where they're encouraging businesses to switch waste management companies and start using Somers Waste Solution.
Ooh, this is nice from TJ Cloud. Yeah. Somers, the best for all your mess.
We've done that. We're not doing them more slogans.
I think it's beautiful.
They want, basically, if you work for a company, maybe you're the boss of a company, but if you can introduce Somers Waste Solutions to their bosses with a view of switching and saving, you save money and increase recycling at the same time. Maybe you work at a hotel, a restaurant, office, leisure centre, or pub, or something like that. Get in touch. The details are on the screen, and where is it? It's there. And, so they're well worth having a chat to. Poseidon Safety Management, home of Zeus the dog. We don't like to show too much of Zeus at the moment, because I think he's getting a bit too big for his balls.
Also, he's a secret operative. Yeah. And he doesn't really want the fame, to be honest.
But
that gnome, however,
knows.
Loves it.
The gnome knows. Devon and Cornwall, they are keeping Devon and Cornwall safer. All of their patrol vehicles, if you live in the area, have a look out the window. You might see their patrol vehicles. They are marked and highly visible. So this helps as a deterrent to antisocial behaviour and opportunist crimes in the area that they patrol. All the dogs and handlers are trained in-house by the Poseidon trainers, who all either have a police or a military background. Have you seen coppers with their dogs?
Yeah.
It's like proper bond between the two, isn't it? And it's like, staunch. The dogs and the handlers undergo constant assessment and continual training to ensure they not only meet but exceed the industry standards. There's the phone number there. There's the website. Poseidon. We've mentioned the Twitter and the Facebook log. So poseidonsafety.co.uk is the website. poseidonsafety.co.uk. Big up the
Gregorian Emerson Family Law Solicitors. So, your marriage didn't work out, but it doesn't need to be a massive drama. It doesn't need to be any more traumatic than it already is. Gregorian Emerson Family Solicitors, very experienced. They represent both mums and dads. And what they'll try to do is cut through all the drama and make sure that your family is on a firm sort of foundation to go forward as a family, you know, living apart. So they won't get involved in he said and she said. They won't goad you to, you know, damage your relationship with your ex. What they're trying to do is make sure that you come out of this the best way possible. So that's Gregorian Emerson Family Law Solicitors.
Thank you to all of our sponsors. We only ever have 4 sponsors at a time. We're considering maybe taking it down to 3. We're going to see how it goes and maybe just changing slightly the way that we do it. But if you want to advertise on this show, latenightalternative@gmail.com. latenightalternative@gmail.com. It will be cheaper than you think it is. I mean, we're talking hundreds as opposed to thousands, all right? latenightalternative@gmail.com. We are booked up until the middle of September, and I've got a few more companies that have just got in touch with me. So if you want to get in quick and do it. Should we open the phone lines for a little bit before we go back to...
Oh, Stephen Todd, thanks very much for subscribing.
This cat is kind of balanced so precariously. My darling, can I just move you because I'm in an awkward position?
Please do not point her sphincter in my direction.
There
I've
we
had
go.
quite enough gassing for one night.
0203 286 6370 Skype TLNA. Let's just wait. Let's just have a moment's peace while we wait for a call.
Thank you, Bab dear.
In fact, I'm going to turn this on so I can hear the call, and I'm going to close my eyes.
Here we go.
It works. Okay.
Hello, you're on the Late Night Alternative. Who's that?
It's James. Greetings and salutations to you both.
Hello, long time no speak. How are you keeping?
I'm keeping very well. And I bring love from Harrison, who I was chatting to today, and he suggested that I go and call you because I haven't called you for a while. And yes, I thought I would let you know that it's all happening radio career-wise after your wonderful advice.
Oh, good.
What's happening? Tell us. Talk to me.
Talk to me. So I'm now reading the news for a radio station in Petersfield that Harrison's involved with, and which is really exciting. And also I'm doing hospital radio as well. So it's going really, really well, and I'm getting more confident, and it's been the best thing ever. And it's all because of you guys, because you have totally kind of convinced me, yes, do it. Because I'm like, yeah, watch The Master and Mistress. I don't know, Mistress is that rude? I don't know. Anyway,
Mistress does sound. It does have connotations, doesn't it? That it shouldn't do. It is master. Master and lady. Is that
lady?
Mistress.
The feminine of the master is the mistress.
But it does sound kinky, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It does.
You know what? That's what Mrs. is short for.
I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that.
Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Because in salutation, some people put MX now, don't they?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Is that?
I think that's neither. I think that's kind of a Ms. type thing. Because I don't want to have Mister in there because it's a. You know.
Ollie wants to know if this is Dr. Bukaki. Yes, it is. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Are you still working in the emergency services?
No, so I'm working for I'm working in COVID stuff, but I'm working for public health now. So so I'm working on the planning side, which is which is obviously pretty important. So so I'm doing all that at the moment, which is kind of interesting. So all the kind of planning and what we're going to do and winter pressures and all that kind of stuff. So which is interesting. So.
I nearly went off on a tangent that I'm not going to go off on a tangent because the world is bleak enough as it is at the moment. We don't need to.
Do you know what I think? I think there's bits that are bleak, but also bits that are positive. You know, like my kids are looking forward to going back to school, even though we're a bit nervous about it. It's kind of like, they're a bit more chilled than I was, actually. I got the kind of like, Daddy, it'll be fine. I'll be sensible. I'll social distance.
But my kids are like that.
Yeah, and mine.
But my kids have not been watching the news or wondering where the good doctor is. You know, the who's the good doctor?
Van Tam.
Van Tam's disappeared. They've done a David Kelly on Van Tam and he's disappeared.
I've got to say, I found him really attractive. Is that really wrong?
Van Tam?
Yeah.
I thought there was something very charming about him.
I
thought he had balls.
Yeah,
the way it's when they say next slide, have you noticed that?
Yes.
Like there was something about it was almost like that university professor that comes in and just the way he just went next slide was just he knew what he was talking about. There
he was
no
in control, wasn't he? He was a man in control, and he was not going to be pushed to say anything he didn't want to say, which of course is why we don't hear from him anymore.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean,
I asked on Twitter mischievously, and I put the extra I in there because I like it, mischievously, and it was obviously a joke. Guys, is it quick question? Shouldn't take Twitter long to sort out. Is it safe to send my kids back to school next week? Thanks very much. Of course, it's not something, the fact that some people replied seriously made me think, okay, yes, of course. But my kids are going back to school, as far as I know, unless, something changes dramatically. But some people got very angry.
Well,
very angry.
It's because...
the suggestion of not going back to school.
Yeah.
Well, that's not fair. You ask it a legitimate question.
Hang on, James. Go on, Kath.
I think people get angry about it because there's this kind of to be fearful of it is to almost be more susceptible to it. Like you can go out and front up against a flipping virus, and it's about who goes out there, storms out there, and decides that they are not going to be cowed by it, because no one's got any control, no one's got any power. And I think after 5 months, some people are so frustrated that they want to feel powerful against something that, of course, none of us have got any control over.
Absolutely.
And so they use anger because otherwise, to consider the alternative would be to surrender that power again. I suggest maybe it's not even as thoughtful as that.
Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know, and that's partly because terrible leadership. I just know that they effed it up with care homes. They've effed it up with everything, and sorry, I'm distracted by this James O'Brien thing. They've effed up everything, and we've got no leadership. We've got no leadership.
Yeah, the care home thing was pretty horrendous.
But now we're being told that it didn't happen, and that they took control of the situation. I mean, come on. I remember. You don't tell me what happened. We were all watching for something to do something.
Anyway, let's have a quick game of Mo Poker. I'll go first. Mo Molam.
Mo Farah.
James, come on, straight away. You're stumbling.
It's got to be a Mo.
Yeah, it's Mo Poker, mate. What do you think it's going to be? A Terry? Try another name and see what happens.
I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen if it's another name.
We're playing Mo Poker. Try another name.
Mo Nolan.
I just said that. Goodbye. What was wrong with him? What was his attitude at the end?
Goat. Very, very much playing the giddy goat.
His attitude at the end absolutely sucked. It sucked.
Tell you who I do like, though, Craroma.
For resubscribing.
Yeah, appreciate it. Oh.
Don't forget, tier 3 subs, next Monday, you're going to be invited to a private Zoom production meeting that will then go online and will be shown around the world. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Yeah?
Hi, mate. You all right? My name's Andrew. I'm doing this. I just thought I called in.
Thanks for ringing, Andrew.
That's right. I lost my mum recently.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't mean to be a downer on the anything like that.
It's all about people's stories and conversation and stuff, mate. So you're not a downer at all. I'm really sorry that you lost it. May I ask when?
Just a couple of weeks ago, mate.
Oh, so it's very recent then.
Yeah, it was cancer. I never really know about it.
It's a little bit, Andrew. It's a little bit muffled, mate.
Was it?
Yeah. Can you speak into the phone?
Yeah, I'm here.
There we go. That's better. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright, man. I've just got myself a new job. I had to go in a homeless hospital before, recently when I lost my mum, and now I'm working there. So.
Oh, you're working at the hostel?
Yeah, so I've got a little job there.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But I just wanted to say, I know you said earlier you lost the passion for the radio and stuff like that, but you're helping people, mate. That's a good thing.
Thank you, Andrew. That's very generous of you to share that thought when you're having a run of bad luck. How are so you kind of getting back on your feet a bit with the job and stuff, but how are you inside? How's your health? How's your spirit? How's your soul?
alright, mate. I'm just just trying to get by.
Yeah.
Yeah. I take a bit from I don't know the guy's name really, so to say that. But
You're getting a bit muffled again, Andrew. I don't know if you've moved the phone or something.
I remember the guy that rung up where he lost his wife.
Yeah.
I don't know his name, sorry.
I think it was David.
But, yeah, but I took a lot from that. But I don't know, mate. I'll leave it there because I don't want to ruin the show. But
You are not ruining the show. You show that what me and Catherine have been creating for the last 6, 7, 8 years is viable and works. You give us a call anytime. Don't worry about bringing the show down. This is what it's about. It's about, clunky gear changes.
Yeah.
And I wish you the best of luck, mate. Just one foot in front of the other.
All right, mate.
See you later on, Andrew. You give us a call anytime.
Anyway.
No problem.
It was a pleasure.
Take
Thanks
care.
for
See you later. Bye-bye. You can call about anything. Don't think, I don't want to phone up. This is going to be miserable. This is what it's about. It's how did we used to describe the radio show? It's like you're in a bar or a cafe or something with your friends, and it's not all going to be okay. For the first hour, we'd like to talk. I thought we could talk about Brexit. Then the second hour, we're going to talk about kids going back to school, and the third hour, for a bit of fun, we could do your favourite B-sides. It's just a conversation, and someone might. You might be having a laugh, and then someone, your mate comes in late and says, I'm really sorry, I got some bad news, I just lost my job, and I'm in a lousy mood, and you talk about that for a bit, and then, someone might come over and drop a bottle of ketchup, and you have a laugh. It's whatever it is. There is no right or wrong. None of that.
And 9 times out of 10, there'll be something in your story or the way you're feeling tonight that other people can identify with. Not everyone calls us, not everyone gets in contact with us, but you might be helping someone without realising it. So.
Oh, Andrew, I just see this as well, because you called us about an hour and a half ago. I'm really sorry, mate. I missed that. I need to get better.
Is that what you're going to look like by the next barber's visit?
Stephen, who did the drawing of me.
You said you looked like you were bald.
Yeah. So Stephen, who did the drawing of me, just sent another one. He said, I've tried to do more hair. Well, now I look like Mungo Jerry.
Well, so you look like
Bob Ross.
Peter Sutcliffe.
Okay, I do actually, yeah. So, thanks, Stephen. I think you can stop now. Say hello to Neil. Go on.
Hello, Neil. How are you doing? Hey.
Yeah, not so bad. Let me just mute the other one. How you doing? Just hearing that guy say about his mum, I just wanted to call in. I tried calling in earlier, and it was about something really boring, so I won't bore you with that. It was, but just hearing that guy talk about his mum. My mum passed away about 4 or 5 years ago, and someone said to me, "You'll wind up a ball of wool, all right? And when you drop that ball of wool, it'll unravel a little bit, but you pick that ball up." But you've made progress. And so, you wind up a little bit more and you might drop it again, but you've made more progress than you did last time. So when Iain, you were saying about, just one step at a time, it's a bit like that, because if you keep winding up to kind of, grieve and repair and things, you're going to make progress, but you might drop the ball sometime.
Yeah.
But you can pick it back up, and you've still made progress because you've still got a ball. It's not going to unravel to nothing. You will have made some progress. So I just like to share that. There you go. But good show. Enjoy your show.
Thank you, Neil. It's the thing about death, and people close to you dying is, I don't think it gets better. It just changes. Changes. When my dad died, and my grandparents died, my dad was the first real close death. I was very lucky. It didn't happen until I was 40. And my God, I remember howling. This noise I'd never heard before just came out. It was horrible. It was like an animal. And of course that was 7 years ago, and I don't have that now. But I still grieve him. Maybe not every day, but I still grieve him. I still think of him. I was talking to him at the weekend. In fact, it's less painful, but it's still there. It's just different.
You kind of get used to carrying it around, don't you? To a certain extent, I think.
Yeah.
You always get that moment where you think, I'd like to pick up the phone, don't you? Just want to hear him. I just want to pick up the phone.
Yeah. Or a dream, and you wake up and think, oh, I must phone them. I haven't spoken to them for such a long time.
Yeah,
and You can see it as a trick, and it is gut wrenching, but also it's like a little freebie, a little visit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's nice.
Thank you, Neil.
Yeah, that's
Thanks
right.
for
I'll leave you
phoning.
to it, and I'll bore you with my HR thing another time.
Look
Thank
forward
you,
to
Neil.
it.
Cheers. Thank you very much indeed. Now that is a tease.
Yeah.
That is a tease. I'm going to bore you with my HR thing later on. That's what this show is about. I'm enjoying this gentle vibe. What I'm trying to do, the fact that I'm trying to do it means I'm failing at it. So, but I'll say the sentence I was going to say anyway. What I'm trying to do is less.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I know you'll understand that.
It's not like the radio where we felt like we had to keep pushing it on.
No.
And if the phones got quiet, right now, how do we get to the next person? How do we trigger that next person? We don't need to do that here.
For nearly the whole time there, I certainly, and I think we did, we had more phone calls than any other show on the station. But when the calls slowed down, I took it as if to mean the show is not working and work harder.
But then afterwards, people would say, "Oh no, I was interested in that you were doing," or the conversations that happened between.
So I'm trying to do. Listen, I had a really nice chat with Matt Lucas yesterday. He said some very, very complimentary things about me and about Catherine, but some things that really connected with me. And as I said earlier on, I've kind of lost the passion for radio, and I had done for a while at Talk. And I'm signing up. I got accepted on this course, and I'm starting this course in September, and that's great. And I really want to do this, and I really want to make this a success. I would love at the end of the course to have a real dilemma. What do I do now? Do I do Twitch, or do I go and do this? And it has upset me that I haven't had any offers of work. I've got a couple of doing a Talking Heads thing for Channel 5 this week, and I'm doing something for Channel 4 in a couple of weeks about the 11 o'clock show.
But don't you think everything's slowed down anyway?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, completely. But, I mean, yeah. But it's... David Turner says, it's really great seeing how you're adapting to the new platform. You'll adapt to it'd be great seeing how you adapt to my fisting your nose in a minute.
I mean...
That's what will be great.
I think he was trying to be nice, but...
By the way, I can't remember the point I was making. So, new point.
You want to have a dilemma at the end of it.
Oh, there was a point before that. Anyway, new point. Tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming some Fall Guys with my 8-year-old son. No camera, but me and my 8-year-old son, Kevin, will be streaming Fall Guys at some point tomorrow because he wants to be a streamer because that's the thing, and he's really missing me at the moment. He's just bombarded me with voice messages on the phone. I love it. You record little voice memos and send them. He's been using his mum's phone and then his brother's, and just hundreds over the last couple of days, and I love it.
His mum's until she needs it back.
Till she needs it. And
then
I
you'll
said,
get another phone.
When I said, I don't think she really needs it, I think she's just bored of you playing with the phone. And then he came back, he does this voice, "You're right. She's not actually using the phone, but she won't let me use it anymore." And it's so funny. He's been made. This is why I said you come a close second to him to Kevin at the moment, because he's on top form, and he wants to be a streamer and stuff. And I'm very protective of my kids, and I won't share their real names. Although I've just said it, Kevin. Sorry, and I won't ever put a picture out there. And I've explained it to them because once it's out there, I have no control over it. Once I put a picture of them online, the press are allowed to then get pictures of them. I've basically given them permission, so that's why I don't do it. But he said one day, when I'm older, do you think I could stream Fall Guys with you? I said, I'll tell you what, we'll do it this week. No video, but we'll do it this week. David Turner says, I'm saving all these threats to the police. You better hope you make it to the police.
Oh, there's another one.
You better hope you make it to the police before the threats come real, mate. So if I were you, I'd probably start running. So tomorrow we're streaming. Me and my youngest, we're going to stream some Fall Guys, and it's going to be epicoa. We've got an Alpha Sync logo, thank you, but I'm very happy with. What? Oh, that's because we had Dylan for work experience.
Ah, right, okay.
So the Lewisham Council are asking us if we can do more work experience when they actually really made it difficult for us to do. Anyway. He is going to thrash you all at Fall Guys.
He's pretty good. He's better than me.
He's not as good as some of these losers, though.
I know. Who was it? Was it Matty that managed to get right through to the end?
Matty. Well, my stream the other day, Matty and Ollie both won. I don't know if Roger did. Roger's better. I can't do Fall Guys. I love it. but I can't do it. It's some game, man. Some game. We will have microphones. We will have microphones, so you'll hear us talking. Hello, caller.
Hi, Ian. It's Stu. How you doing?
I'm all right, Stu. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. I was quite moved by Andrew's call earlier. It sort of made me think. I just recently, last month, it was the year's anniversary of my mum's passing. Oh. And it's sort of, sorry to bring this show down.
No, you're not bringing it down. You're not.
No, well, it was, like I say, it was the year's anniversary of her passing. And that's both my parents gone now. And I'm 42, and I sort of wonder, isn't that too young to have both your parents gone? And it's an interesting thing to try and get your head round, because I sort of think to myself, right, that's it. No one's going to love me like they did. I'm sort of on my own, you know what I mean? So it's very much a sort of growing up process, because for the first time in my life now, I sort of feel like an adult, I know that sounds strange, because my parents were just always there, no matter how old I was. Now they're gone. I'm on my own. You know what I mean? And, I've got to make the best out of my life. So it's an interesting thing, and it's quite a psychological
I know what you mean.
thing.
My dad, I didn't have my dad for a long time because we fell out, and then we made peace, and then he got ill, and then he died because he enjoyed abandoning us, and he did it again. So he died about 7 years ago, and my mum has been hasn't really been my mum for let's say 20 years, 15, 20 years, because she's so ill. She's got MS, and I suspect she might have dementia as well. I don't know, but she's been no. I'm not, but it really dawned on me a while ago. When my mum dies, of course it'll be horrible, it'll be sad. There will also be a great sense of relief because she ain't living at the moment. But there is no one at the moment that I can go to. In terms of I've got friends, I've got Catherine, I've got my sister, I've got a couple of other friends, but there's no one I can turn to and say. There's no one I can turn to get the response that you can only get from a parent by saying, "I'm really scared. I have no idea what to do here. Could you what would you do?" Or even, "I'm really worried. Could you lend me £10,000? It's a huge amount of money, and not every parent is in a position to do that. I know that before my mum went into camp, she would have been, and now she's not. But there's it's that thing of thinking, shit, I really am on my own. Even if you're married, even if you've got siblings or kids, you're an orphan. You're the adult.
Exactly. That's exactly it. And it's sort of strange to think of myself as an orphan and it's strange, it's and it's like you said, I've got a brother and I've got a wife and I've got good friends, and luckily I've got an auntie who feels like she's got to take over at being my mum. So that's sort of really sweet. That's sort of really sweet of her. But it's interesting. But I just want to say, really, I hope Andrew's still listening. Andrew, mate, if you're still there, it gets easier. I know that's like an old cliche, time heals all wounds and that, but it really does. And what sort of gets me through if it's sort of getting to me, it still does, but if it's sort of getting to me, I just sort of think about how much she loved me. And every day I try doing things that I know would make her proud. And when it's a little thing, but when I was a kid, I used to really be into drawing, cartooning, all that stuff. And I've taken it up again, and I'm actually getting quite good. And I just sort of like to think, if Mum could see me now, But I get what you were saying about the relief thing, because my mum died of lung cancer, and she was gone 6 weeks after diagnosis, and it really was that quick. And I know what you mean. I was relieved when it was over. Obviously, I was, gutted because my mum was gone. But everything I felt that I was letting go was a relief, if you know what I mean. Like when we sold our house, that was a relief. When all the stuff got sorted out with solicitors, that was a relief. And it just gets to the point where you just say, right, everything's over. Got to live the rest of my life. She's gone, but I'm not. And I've got people who rely on me. The world don't stop for us, and that's sort of another thing.
As a parent, you know that your parents want you to be happy, and to, when I die, I want my kids to mourn for a bit, but I want them to be happy, and I want them to be successful.
Yeah.
I want them to fall in love, and I want them. That's what I want,
Yeah, my mum actually did say to me and my brother, because as she started passing away, she was holding our hands, and she said to us, you know, boys, don't be sad. I forbid it. And it sort of made us laugh. And also, Ian, I've spoken to you about this before. I'm Fat Stu, by the way, on the stream.
Oh, you're Fat
don't
Stu.
worry. Yeah, don't worry,
Don't
mate.
do any jokes.
I won't. I know.
Jesus.
No, I won't. But I will say, oh, mate, you've made me lose my train of thought now.
No, I didn't. You lost your train of thought because you were going to do a crap joke, and I was going to.
No, I wasn't. I promise. I wouldn't joke about something like this, man. But no, that's it. Yeah. On the day she died, it was like a Sunday, and she was sort of on her bed, and she was in a coma, and she was up to the eyeballs of morphine, and I was holding her hand, and I've got to tell you guys what you were saying earlier. I was listening to late night alternative podcasts while I was doing that.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
I was going to say thank you, and then suddenly that felt very inappropriate. But I'll stick with it.
No,
Thank you.
No, it did. It sort of kept me sane, and I've wanted to ring. I wanted to ring in and tell you why you're at Talk Radio. I think I've mentioned it on the Twitch stream, but I actually just wanted to ring in and mate. And I think I've sent you a couple of emails about it as well. But you know, I just wanted to actually tell you in real life. You know, you guys really, really did help. You know, and. Thank you. You know, and it got, and not just that. You know, back to that mate who rang in and taken the overdose. That was not long after my oldest daughter tried a similar thing, and that helped us. You know, because that was very sort of we felt very kind of alone at the time, and it was such a new and scary experience. But obviously, I was gutted for poor old Chris. You know, but. The interesting thing about that was that it opened things up and it got people talking, and I was able to show that to my daughter and sort of say, hey, you're not alone, you know what I mean? And now, recently, I'm having mental health problems myself. Nothing to do with what happened to my mum. It's a whole different, with my mum, because that's just a natural part of life, but a whole different thing. So I just want to say, mate, I know I get on your tits sometimes, Ian, and I'm sorry. It's just my sense of
hell out of my show.
I know I do. But you know, I'm a genuine guy. I'm all right.
Also, be aware that when I'm on stream, a lot of it is pantomime and theatre.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I'm not ringing to talk about that. I'm ringing to say something nice, mate. But yeah, you guys have really helped me out. You continue to help me out, and needless to say, I had the last laugh.
I'm going to cut you off.
All right, bye.
There we go. Thank you, Stu. Yeah, isn't it? I got this cat sat on me, and she's sat at such a funny angle that my legs, can't put my feet. There we go. Can't put my feet on the floor. It looks. You always got to be careful when the cat's on your lap and they can't see her, but you're stroking.
It does look a little dodgy.
Doesn't look good, does it? Here comes a troll.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Hi, Kath.
Hello.
So I just had a thought. All these threats that you're sending over the internet, I've got to wait.
Look at him. He's drunk. He can't even stand.
Can't see us, can he?
Why is he bent over?
I'll explain that in a minute. Listen, all these threats, I've got a way of resolving it.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Watch this.
Doing it the wrong way. Turn around,
Sorry.
face the other way.
Oh no!
But now you're punching Kath.
Oh, sorry, Kath.
Well, now you're just punching a
Yeah,
hang on a minute.
You want some of this, do you?
Hang on. We can do it. Here we go. Wah! Wah! He's playing keepy uppy with me. Wah!
So you want to think You want to think twice
Go on.
about having a go at me, all right?
Look at the state of that. I'm going to cut him. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Pathetic. What a pathetic. I was going to say human being, but that is...
Well, it made him feel better. That's important.
I don't think it did. I think he's gonna give himself a rustle. Having a little bath, man.
I really want to stroke your cat, but it will look so dodgy.
Go on, do it. See what it looks like.
She's so cute, though.
Hello, darling girl. You're going to fall off if you keep licking like that. It's supposed to be family friendly.
It is.
So we've got the kids here for the next couple of nights, so there's going to be a lot of noise. There's going to be a lot. Hello, darling girl. I love you so much.
What's a Russell? Oh, maybe you're too young to remember Russell Harty.
Russell Harty. Who did actually die of a Russell, didn't he? What's this?
Hello, please.
Oh.
Hello.
Yep. Who is this, please? Who was that,
Was that
please?
Anthony?
I don't know.
We may never...
It was a mysterious midnight caller.
I'm liking my hair at the moment. I'm liking this look.
Good. I need a damn good trim. I'm getting my hair cut this weekend.
Let's go back to this. Oh, should we? We'll do the sponsors in a minute. Let's go back to this rubbish.
It's never going to finish.
Oh. Sorry, we just entered a voice mod setup. I don't want it to. Where was it?
It was on YouTube.
That's us. That's them. That's Earth, Wind and Fire. Here we go. We're back. Right. Okay. So we're back. Here we go. We're going to go down.
All right.
Here. We're going to go.
So we're going back to the northeast for a little bit of Geordie charm.
There we go.
Talking about the Tyne Wear Metro the musical.
Been around 800 viewers all night. Thank you, everybody. That's great for a Monday. God, when you go straight back into it after being away for about 40 minutes, doesn't it sound just like a dirge?
Yes, it does. And also, I've noticed, like, remember the parties they used to have in Neighbours, right, where they were trying to give the impression there was more than 3 other people there,
yeah,
by having them walk back and forth in different outfits.
Yeah,
it's the same people over and over again.
She's got the same outfit here.
Where are they looking? Where's he looking?
He's looking at Jesus, who is up there. So let's just follow that. Jesus.
You have to do that when you're singing that high. Also, stop. I do not like people standing that close behind me when I'm on public transport.
Okay, we have to say this is pre-COVID.
Yeah, but it's not
but post Spanish flu. Pupils shock. Facebook. Okay. That's not the proper sun. There's something there.
Sunday sun.
Anyway, don't buy it. She's been on a nice holiday, hasn't she?
Oh, yeah.
Hang on a second, sorry.
Oh, come on.
I've eaten a lot of beans tonight.
I'm chewing on them now.
Made a very nice bean dish from Jack Mason. Jack Black.
Nope.
What's the name? Jack Hardy.
Nope.
Jackaranda.
Jack Munro.
Jill. Jack Munro. Thank you very much indeed. Was there hang on, did I just see a skinny tie on a very lanky man? By the way, that is an excellent haircut.
It is.
I love that. I love that girl's coat. These girls have got style. They got sass.
They're known for it, the Geordie girls.
Is that a skinny tie? Yeah, skinny tie and a lanky man. Just there. Tallest man in the carriage.
Is that a skinny tie with a white stripe down it, or is that
no,
both sides of it?
That's both sides of it, isn't it?
Right,
yeah.
keep those.
Just to say, by the way, everyone in this video is dead now. Yes, there she is. There's that woman. Possibly the mum of these 3 girls. We just don't know.
They can't see it because it's behind us.
Well, where's good for us to be?
Bouger la boîte.
There.
Yeah.
There.
Hey, is that market we went to and they were packing up?
Where?
No, that was Tynemouth, wasn't it?
We didn't go to Newcastle.
We did.
Yeah, we didn't go to a market in Newcastle. We went to a barbecue place.
No.
Barbecue. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but then we went to Tynemouth, wasn't there? Yeah.
Nope. Nope.
I'm pretty sure there was.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No. What, by the seaside?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was this. Oh, we've been here. Hey. Me and Kath have been here. It was packing up. They had loads of, there was a store that had loads of old video games.
Yes.
Can I just say, this guy we saw earlier with the sideburns and the big hair, that's not a chord. What you're doing there is you're holding a guitar. Oh, okay, it could be argued that that finger there is the first finger for the E chord.
Yeah, but that's not going to make a noise, is it?
That's not going to do it, guys. This guy's starting to irritate me now.
He's trying a lot of looks, isn't he?
Everywhere. This guy, on the other hand, I think he's. Look at this girl. What are they doing? It doesn't look anything like an F major seventh. That's a lie. We're just about halfway now.
Something is for sure. They're having a wheel of a tale.
It's a crap song, though.
I don't know what the tune
You
is.
want to do the
How long have you been watching this? 5:49. It had a very strong start. The 80s. I like that.
Yeah.
Now it's descended into, I don't know what this is. Like Songs of Praise.
Skinny Tie. A guy that can't play the guitar. We're starting to get regulars here.
But also he's doing the musical theatre stamps.
Yeah. And there's that guy again. There's that guy again.
Old side parting Martin.
There we go. Worst highway episode ever. We should watch some highway. What's he just stop bending over. The camera's going past you. That means you're out. You're done.
Tell you what they're doing. Loving it.
Yeah, these two, right? You don't understand. Once the camera goes past you, you're out of the shot. Otherwise, you might as well just keep running along in front of the camera. You're tight. Look, you've had a really, really good go of it, right? Pork pie coming up in a minute. You've had a really, really good go of it. Your time's done.
That is a canny peacoat, though. Why are they behind bars?
It's like the Beatles are coming. Look, she's behind. I don't think that's her body. I think that's her head is separate. There's the naughty girls again. What was she on? Not chords. Don't then look. He starts doing some heavy strumming on not a chord. Here we go.
All aboard the love train. This is a new movement. Speaking of what you've just done there with the sound down.
All aboard
the love train.
Holy jackamole. I don't know if I want to get on that love train.
These carriages are Cupid's domain.
These carriages are Cupid's domain.
Oh, they're not.
Written by a BBC local person.
Also, they made it sound a bit like Pinball Wizard.
Oh, yeah, isn't it?
And I called him my Metro Man. He had rain-spattered glass.
He had what? Rain-spattered glasses? No, come on.
Glasses when he bought it at the decision to
I
didn't know that would
just saying, just, you know.
Come on.
Just come on.
be space. And it just squeezed onto the carriage and into my heart.
Are they talking about the same man?
I hope not.
Does look like Deirdre from Coronation Street. She sounds a bit like Deirdre. She's got the Deirdre rasp.
Yeah.
Is she singing about her husband
Or
and
her
her
dad.
dad?
Who's she singing about then?
She's singing about her dad.
Okay.
And it's who's her husband.
Maybe.
But that's not her mum.
Can I just say, it's too much, right? If you watch musical theatre, you start with one tune, then you introduce another theme, and then at the end you have a limited amount of this. This just seems like, I'm going to say it, musical masturbation.
It's a racket.
They're just
isn't
all
it?
loving it, and they're pleasing no one but themselves at this point.
He was the guy who bent down at the last bit.
With the nice peacoat on.
Look at that spotlight on him. He's got a spotlight on him. There is someone. So look good. Let me give me 20 minutes. Let me go to the van. I'll get the spot. Yeah, hold it steady there.
Oh Oh dear.
Let's not get personal.
They should have let her do another take.
Let's not get personal.
He asked me on a date, so I went and it was great. And I ripped up my ticket and stayed.
Okay, this is all right. We've regained the tune.
It's a transport pioneer in the heart of Tyne and Wear.
She looks. Who does she look like? Oh, she looks like Saffron, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
She looks like Saffron. Got a Saffron vibe about her. What have they stumbled into? Well, we just want to go on.
Where's Martin with the side party? There he is.
We've lost 100 viewers doing this. It just shows that we don't follow trends. We don't smoke marijuana in Muskogee. He's got his solo line. I'm singing in my falsetto. That's what he sang.
They'd run out of lyrics at that point. Now they're just going to tell us what they're doing.
I'm singing in my falsetto.
I'm standing here uncomfortably. I don't know these boys.
I'm singing in my falsetto. She knows. She knows. She knows.
I'm singing in my falsetto.
That was Martin with the parting.
Yeah.
Let's go on Metro. Tyne and Wear Metro.
Yes.
I don't want 2 minutes of backslapping now.
This was going to happen. Oh, the outtakes, like a nativity.
The rehearsals. We don't need to hear that.
Is that just the track without them singing?
We do not need that. If you want to blame anyone, it's Lino's fault that
God.
That is what is happening.
Metro.
I'm singing in my falsetto.
Oh wow!
Terrible. We didn't do the music. It's too late to do a music episode now. Too late to feel. Oh Jesus, George! You got your claws out, mate, and I got shorts on, buddy. And you just climbed over your sister who was asleep. Flipping heck.
He's got no regard for anyone, has he?
No. Let's see what's in my playlist this week, because there's been some good... Sketches of China.
I liked it when we went to Newcastle, though, and I liked it when we went to Tynemouth. That was incredible.
Is that where we had oysters?
Oysters, yeah, on the beach.
Oh, yeah, it was that market. Yeah.
What a place.
Disappointing oysters. Never had them before.
Well, what did you think they were going to taste like?
Well, I knew they'd taste like sea.
Not, yeah.
They taste of sea, don't they?
Oh, right. You mean like the sea?
Yeah, not the sea. No. Or, you thought I meant...
yes, okay. Anyway, moving on.
Just trying to... this is a very... Do you want to hear a very weird song? I don't know anything about
weirder than what we've just
Here we go. Have
witnessed.
Some of this.
Hey man, where you off to?
I'm going on public transport.
Where are you
On the
going?
metro.
Nowhere.
What, you just getting on it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, whatever for, man?
Pretty girls.
Pretty girls?
Yeah, there are pretty girls all over town. I mean, you can see them in restaurant windows, in cars, on the street, and sometimes, even on the public transport itself.
Sweet, man. Sounds cool.
Oh, it doesn't sound cool.
A pretty girl is pretty versatile. She can wait on tables. She can make you smile with a quiver in her eye. You can interpret it's only for you.
A quiver in her eye? Like this? Do me a close-up.
Hang on, let's go back. I'll hit you on the close-up for that line, all right? Here we go.
Versatile, she can wait on tables. She can make you smile with a quiver in her eye. You can interpret it's only for you. There's no better means to want a journey away than to find a pretty girl.
Can you make a GIF out of that, please? Out of her.
I need that quite a lot.
Right, now, JGWN says, this was in my Spotify playlist this week too. Right. Have we all got the same Spotify playlist?
Oh, you thought you were special.
I did. Have we all got the same Spotify playlist? Oh, this is great. This is
now we're picking it.
This is some Japanese dude.
I disappointed you by saying things I never meant to say.
It's great.
Now after all this time, you say you want to throw our love away. Let's pack our troubles off to bed. Forget those awful things we said.
I like that. Anyway, we're doing a music show in the week. So are we all getting the same playlist? Because I thought it was special for me. And if we are, I'm cancelling Spotify.
You've just realised they're saying the same to all the boys.
Yeah. But what is that? That was this is some Japanese act. I can't pronounce the act. It's Japanese. I mean, he's here. Let me show you. Have you got a pen and paper? Good. Right. Write this down. Okay.
Square smiley cross.
That's the name. Okay, guys. So you just write that down.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. You got it. You
got
it?
Them says chips, peas, and gravy.
Okay, and that's from the album. The album's in English, Full Circle.
Okay.
Maybe the artist is called. Are they? They look like they could be
album,
English.
Full Circle by, and that's the.
Because maybe they are English.
Well, if they are, they're gits for not writing it in a way that you can...
Japanese. They look Western.
In which case, they're just making life very difficult for everyone.
Who are these people?
Is this going to be cover? Just cover. It is, isn't it?
From 2007.
Some sleepless night.
If you should find yourself alone.
Thank you for that. I want this to be.
You can interpret it's only for you.
So cut me out and I want the GIF. I just want a GIF of Catherine's wonky eye. Please. That's all.
I do that at school plays when they start singing.
That's all we want. Hey, you Poseidon Safety Management. How the devil are you doing? Devon and Cornwall. How the Devon are you doing? Devon and Cornwall is a whole lot safer because of Nick and his team. They are the largest supplier of guard dogs in the two counties. All patrols are done by local people.
People from that local area?
Excuse me. Yes.
Bless you.
Poseidon, I didn't... It was a burp, not a
I know,
sneeze.
I was trying to cover up for your flatulence.
Again. Poseidon are passionate about making a difference in the area. They don't just turn up and go home. They get involved. At the start of Corona, they offered free patrols for local pubs. At the start of lockdown, I think we got this the other way around last week, they gave free security to a school that had been broken into. It's a human touch. You can ring them up for chat. Don't ring them up and say penis. Please.
They will find you.
That doesn't
and
help.
they have a very special set of skills.
They are on Facebook, Poseidon Safety. They are on Twitter, Poseidon Safe. And one more quick thing for them. They've sponsored a local not-for-profit charity by sending out what they call Blues and Twos packages, right? Little gesture, care package to thank the police, the fire brigade and the ambulance service in the local area for everything they've done throughout the pandemic. And it's just give this little box of love that's just got little bits and pieces in there. So they are good people that want to improve the situation. Big up the Gregorian.
Big him right up.
Give us a testimonial.
All right, I'm just going to find one that the cat hasn't eaten.
A testimonial.
All right.
Of he has chewed it all up.
He has.
From for Richard Gregorian Emerson Family Law Solicitors, gelaw.co.uk. Richard, who has paid us, said, by the way, if you think you're doing too many reads for me, you can drop one night.
This is quite, I mean, people have a lot to say, right? So I'm going to trim this one down, so please forgive me, but this is the most salient point, I think. I contacted Gregorian Emerson having read their case studies and thoughts as to an LTR case. LTR case. I felt they may be able to at least understand my situation. I must stress I contacted them with only weeks to go before the final hearing and judgment. I had never worked with such driven, professional, inspiring and intelligent people before. GE Law not only grabbed my case with both hands, but incredibly quickly reviewed, advised and developed something which I was sorely missing, a strategy. Their ability to handle cases like mine and walk me through every detail and truth in a way I not only understood but was inspired by leaves me amazed to this day. Their approach tackles the emotional, legal and importantly the psychological importance of each case on its own merit. They are honest, direct and finally gave me a trust in what seemed to be an archaic family law approach. My wife's application to remove our children from this jurisdiction was refused by an insightful judge. That insight came from the work GE Law enabled, and my children and I will forever be grateful.
I saw that I didn't realise that you were doing the serious bit.
Yeah, serious.
I was doing that. I was doing this.
Well, I'm glad you can laugh about it.
Well, I can now. That was actually my story.
He's only joking.
What's nice as well is all of the companies are like ganging up against us on Twitter. Have you seen this?
Mm-hmm.
They've all got like a little Twitter cabal going where they all kind of just... They're going to take over at some point. Somers Waste Solutions, the details are up on the screen. They're kind of, well, it's their 10th anniversary this year, but they're probably going to put it off till next year when, of course, we'll have a cure for the pandemic. They are your consolidated approach to waste management. Whether your company requires a wheelie bin, recycling, hazardous waste, clinical waste, make contact with Somers Waste Solutions, who will be able to manage this all for you under one management umbrella. You get one invoice at the end of the month. If you've got a boss and you want to impress, mention SWS to him or her, and if they can save you money, imagine how cool you would look. And
I mean, the rest of your colleagues will hate you, but you'll be one step forward.
And Mark and James, they are the brothers Somers. They are the brothers, not so grim, the brothers, what's the opposite of grim? Ungrim. They're brothers Ungrim who run Somers Waste Solutions. Happy, I guess you could say. Well, why not? So
cheerful.
Get in touch. info@somerswastesolutions.com. Harsh Singh, HF Singh and Co. Limited. We need to come up with a nice logo for him this week. Go and send him love. He's on Twitter. HF Singh Co. Please go and send him some love, because I think it would be unfair of you not to send love.
He's an accountant, okay?
He's just set up this Twitter account this week. Let's see if we can get him to... Can we get him to... Let me see how many followers he's got. HF Singh Co, right? Let's see if we can get him up to 100. Hang on. HF Singh Co. He's got 16 followers.
Come on.
Come on, guys.
He deserves more than that.
Come on, guys. Let's just bombard him with love.
Let's give him some proper numbers to count with.
He's a really, really nice guy. We met him loads of times. Come to loads of our shows and is
he will not break the law for you.
No, he won't do that.
Anything else?
Where did I just put the page that had him? I had it, and then I was fanning about with that.
You got fancy.
There we go. I got fancy. Small companies, individuals, sole traders, partnerships, landlords, freelancers, IT consultants. I know Lino, who's in the chat, just this weekend, he needed an accountant. And I just kind of mentioned on the stream yesterday that we got a new sponsor, it's Sing, and it's Harsh Sing, and so Lino's been in touch. Someone who's watching the stream the other day has been in touch. He kind of deals with the small end of the market. If you are Alan Sugar, I suggest you look elsewhere. Lord Shugsy. Shugs. He will answer questions anytime. He will do his best to save you money. Big fan of helping people, problem solving, and that still wasn't enough for Catherine to turn up to the meeting that we had prearranged.
He was so nice about me not being there.
You
though.
should have
It's
been
like
there.
He didn't care.
I wasn't.
He wasn't bothered.
It's like I'm the monkey. She's the grinder.
Yeah.
She was grinding, and I'm a monkey. So I think we know who wins. So go and send him some love. Go and. We just got him 16 minus 30. 30 minus 16 is 14.
Let him do the maths.
Exactly. You
He's
work
the
it
very
out,
best
Harsh.
at it.
But you have got more followers. Let's get you up to 100. Come on, what is wrong with you people? Just go and follow the guy. Otherwise, there's going to be trouble to pay. Hell to pay.
Basically, he's that kid, and he'll do your maths homework for you gladly.
And it's maths homework that you wouldn't get detention. You get to prison.
Yeah. That is detention at Her Majesty's pleasure.
Does she get pleasure from that? Because
Of course
if
she
she
does.
does, she is sick. She is one sick queen. She is one sick queen. Tired.
Well, good news is we're nearly done.
Shut your face.
What time is it even?
5 to 8 minutes to 7 minutes to. The reason I talked about being a bit flat in terms of Iain Lit is human nature for the man to be the upfront person, going to every meeting, etc. It's life.
Don't talk arse.
What a load of cock. Order needs chaos.
Chaos needs to get with 2020.
Iain, can we see the Peter Sutcliffe lookalike picture? I mean, I suppose so. It doesn't please me. It doesn't please me to show it to you, but I will. But it brings me no pleasure. Where is it gone? I get no enjoyment from doing this.
Now, Matthew Kelly? No.
Let's have a little look. So, see if we can do it. Very black hair, suspiciously black hair.
Yes.
So, it's got the bags under the eyes, right?
Yeah, but what's going on there? Is that your bottom lip or is that a tongue?
Bit of both. And anybody would be thrilled to ask that question to me in real life. Don't know what that means.
It does look like a young Jerry Adams, you're right.
Okay, all right. I just feel that you're laughing at me now, not with me. And that's probably time to stop. Peter Sutcliffe is blind in both eyes, is he? Gosh, well, that's a great fact, Bones Malone, 1972. Hopefully that will stop his behaviour. Teach him a lesson. It does look like the Vic Reeves character from Catterick, actually.
It does.
Yeah. I loved Catterick.
I started watching it, but I think it was a bit too weird for me. I also think maybe I was at university and doing other things.
Oh, I tell you, I'm doing this thing. So I'm doing this thing for Channel 5 where it's TV moments going wrong.
Yeah.
I've seen the clips today. There was one clip that stood out, and I remember it, and it's horrible. Do you remember Vic and Bob on Jukebox Jury?
No.
I think let me just see if this is on you. I don't want to steal from their bounty, but if it's on YouTube, then
By the way, did you see Gone Fishing came back yesterday?
I've never seen it.
Oh my God, it's such a wonderful programme. I love it.
I've never seen it. Right, so here we go. So this is, I've never seen it, and I never will.
Okay, it's very
I think
definite.
Bob Mortimer is a bastard. So, okay. So
he's a swine, and he's
this is
cruel.
horrible, by the way. Here we go.
Anyway, I think we want to go on with Glenn Medeiros.
Whoa, how young is he in this?
So Jukebox Jury, you know the premise. They play a song and people vote it hit or miss.
I always thought Glenn Medeiros was Greek, but he's not, is he?
He's Hawaiian, isn't he? He's a teacher now.
Pete, what did you make of that?
Well, what a right lot of couplers that was, wasn't it? But the thing is... No, but listen, it's quite raunchy and raucous, and say, for instance...
Got Bob's teeth. No wonder he's got new ones now.
Titanium teeth.
I'd put that on in order to alert people to my situation. They wouldn't come. Well, they would come. It'd alert them. Oh, they would come, yeah. You put that on your fridge, people and unlock it and let you out.
I'll tell you what, he's the first person we've seen on there tonight that I'd have a decent chance with in a fight.
You're not a violent man, no, surely.
I'm not, but I was just thinking.
But you are a violent man, aren't you?
When I hear music like that.
Oh, John.
I mean, it's a terrible, terrible show anyway. I don't think it lasted very long. But it's
not my sort of music.
That's some outfit.
Why
from
they're
the
going
Flash.
in on Glenn?
There was nothing in it for you?
Nothing at all, no. I didn't like it. When it first started, I thought, well, this is nice, but no.
The shoulder pads.
Do you think it might be a hit, though?
I doubt it.
No. Oh, no. Nana?
What makes me laugh, right, is like 3 songs ago, he...
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nena Cherry's American?
No, I think she's half Swedish.
What?
But she does speak with an American accent.
just stepped off the surfboard. And now, since doing a video with Bobby Brown, he's like got all the dance steps, borrowed Bobby's shoes. He's like right in there with the groove.
Yeah, that's right. Glenn Medeiros is there.
No.
Glenn Medeiros is there.
That's really horrible.
It is so horrible.
Sorry, Glenn.
Do you know what that is? Live Twitter.
Yeah.
With them atting him.
But also, Jules Holland comes across really unpleasant in this because he
knows
he has the opportunity to smooth this out, and he gets a little bit of petrol and pours it on.
Fair enough. Alan?
Is this not the Spanish geezer that had a ballad called Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You or something?
Great song, by the way.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you.
Right? A couple of years ago. Now, I think he's a very good ballad singer, but I think this record is really quite a mess. It doesn't ring true to me in listening.
Also, the whole thing is the whole show's a mess. That audience like heckling and it's horrible, really horrible
also,
vibe.
do you know what it feels to me? That one of them has decided they don't like it and now they're all pretending it's terrible. That's not the worst song I've ever heard. This was 1990. Come on.
Listening to it, and it looks very, very posy to me, and I think it's very, very ordinary. I think the record's a mess.
Posy?
Sorry about that.
With that parting, really?
Well, in that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury and gentlemen motorcyclists, could you please vote? Hold on a moment. Do you understand the concept of what we're doing?
Not really, no.
Okay, doesn't matter. It makes no difference. It's a... Ladies and gentlemen, that's particularly embarrassing and unfortunate for me because, especially invited, he's probably coming to Sophie for Christmas this year. Glenn is here with us, and he is our mystery guest, and I just don't know what to say.
This is
I'm going to make
awful.
it up to him, though. I can't apologise enough.
Poor kid. He's gutted.
Yeah. Now, Jules, look at his teeth. Look at the state of Bob's teeth. What's going on there? What's that? But Jules, if he had any decency here, this is 30 years ago, but would smooth this over and sort this out. Doesn't.
People booing him.
Thank you so much for coming on, and as a special gift, I'd like to give you this original pussy
I put it over his head, didn't you?
Take with you. It's stolen from a gallery, and I'd like you to have it. Well, thank you, Annette. You sure you don't want it? We got it especially as a gift. Well, thank you very much for coming. I'm sorry everybody didn't like your record. There you go. Thank you, and you sure you don't want the Swiss? There we are. Then. Thank you. Goodbye.
Oh man, really?
Awful.
Well, all of you are just totally embarrassed to let me down.
Why did you put us through this?
She makes a good point. Why would you put us through this? That's an awful thing. The nature of the show is you say you think the song is good and will be a hit. You say you don't like the song and it'll be a miss. She's right. Why are you putting us through this? I mean, that poor lad.
First of all, him, but also them. They were brought on to give their opinions and be entertaining with it. To have the person there.
Isn't it awful? I think we're done.
God.
Have we had any emails that we need to... No emails. Right, so let us find a little... right, so I've got to talk about loads. That's the best one. I shouldn't be talking about it until I've done it and I've been paid. Right, so let us... I forgot. Do you remember? I looked up and thought the Alpha Sync and then realised that that's not the original Alpha Sync logo. You may not have noticed this.
This is what a good logo does. It suddenly becomes part of your everyday life without you thinking too much about it.
That's not the original logo.
That's actually quite, what would you call it, iconic.
Yeah, that's not the original. That's someone did that because I deleted it off my computer. Wow. Limmy's watching Wonder Woman 84 trailer.
That's some outfit. I don't really see the point in him.
In Limmy?
No. Steve Trevor.
I don't know who that is. Right. So let's find.
It's one of those situations where he's lucky he was the first one that washed up on the island because I thought he was a bit of a flipping pain. He was a bit of a div in the first film.
I don't really remember him in the first film. We had a lot of success with the music stream. Who are these people?
threw me for a loop. I was trying to get my mind off Vincent Vega and get his real name.
I can feel my toe halfway again.
Oh, you're killing me with this.
She's got problems with her toes.
It's like the musical
should have worn
version of
shoes.
I'm not
I'm
wearing
the host
shoes.
of the Pandemic
You
Piano
shouldn't have sharp
Party,
things
where we
in
play
here.
your favourite songs by request.
Okay.
Shall we?
Yeah, this
looks
feels
like a
right.
great little find.
They've got one person
The
watching.
reason why you're hot all the time is
We're going to go and see some good music, guys.
And they're doing chat.
All right, I'll tell you what, Emily, we'll give it a try.
This looks great. Go in.
You're going to make their night.
Be nice. Oh, we cannot
Told
rate
you
this
never to
channel.
tell
No,
you.
no,
Pay
no.
attention.
You
You're so worried about your toe.
Why can't I? Some
Kicking
channels
plugs
make
out
it
of
so
the
you
wall.
can't rate them. Oh, that's
You
a
never
real
can
shame.
tell. I said it twice.
That's a
but
real
you
shame.
weren't listening.
And it's not even like.
I was listening. You
Junior
said
wants
it,
to know.
You rated me.
I didn't berate you. I'm just saying it happened because you're not.
Why
watching.
would you say I'm following them anyway?
No, Junior wants to know if we can do Cube and Pete.
Oh man.
Can't no.
Listen.
This channel is
I'm gonna
hosting
actually
something
pull the
off platform.
plug
Okay,
onto you.
all right. Well, so we go.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Okay, that's a shame. Really nice messages from the two guitarists that we've raided. One of whom became an affiliate because of our raid, which means they've kind of leveled up towards partnership.
Oh, that's great.
Simply because the fact that we raided them. So that's very lovely. Let's have a little.
DJs, but the thing is, they never pay attention, do they?
No, I don't want to see someone play records. I'd like a nice bit.
Chihuahuas?
Where's Chihuahuas? Let's have a little look. I wouldn't mind a nice bit of classical. No, she's not looking. She's not looking. What's this? Advert.
So you like figuring stuff out?
I like this. I like doing the raids. It's a nice little.
Can you solve this? All right, clever clogs. Can you get all this done? Whoa. Easy.
Oh, they're all the same person.
Maybe you can boss it.
Yeah.
Or are you chill enough to fly?
It's the secret clone album that they're building.
It's about time they did that.
Yeah.
They should.
Kid with the uke says, David, I'm not going to rate kids. It just feels a little bit inappropriate.
It's not showing in here either.
Okay, look, this is the right one.
Quirky, dorky girl with a foul mouth and a friendly demeanour. Play a variety of console games and sometimes sing or do other creative things.
There, they popped up that time.
Should we try?
Let's do it.
A Tiny Fox, Bethany,
But that's
Fox.
a different. Is it a different one? Because that's quieter. What the heck is pulling through?
Yeah, we
people?
just got to be careful, Dave. I would love to, and sometimes on a gaming stream, if there's not too many of us, I might raid a kid. But this channel is for mature audiences, guys.
It's because she might say the F word.
Or the B word.
I'll look at it later. See
Or
if I can
both.
figure it out.
Or the P word.
But with it not coming through
the
on my
R
activity
word.
feed on Twitch, I think it's
Rim.
not just months ago.
I've had fun tonight.
Yeah, I thought it was all right. Yeah.
We've got Jenny McAlpine tomorrow. There'll be a podcast of this in a couple of days. You know all that stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go and make someone's evening. Thank you very much. Good night. God
Good
bless.
night. See you tomorrow.